Hello, everyone, and welcome to Old World. Very, very exciting day today. One more day. One more day before the official release of the Empires of the Indus DLC. I think this may very well be my most anticipated DLC of all time. I've been very, very much looking forward to expanding the continent. I will say I was super excited about Axum. I got this game during the Steam release in 2022, and in that release, it came with my favorite nation, one of my favorite ancient nations historically that I like to learn about and know about, the Hittites. So that was a no-brainer for me. Also, Soren Johnson, Civ 4, all that fun stuff. But as soon as I saw the promotional thing of, buy it on Steam, you get the Hittites, I was like, sold. I was just 100% sold. And three big nations for me that I think I have a soft spot. I tend to have a soft spot for the lesser known, lesser highlighted nations. And what was I saying there? So, big three for me are Hittites, Axumites, and the Marians. And there's a new person on that list now, too, because of this expansion. So I'm very thrilled to say that over my time playing Old World, the big three for me have all made it in. We had the Hittites when I joined. We had the Axumites last year, I think it was, with Wrath of Gods, and now we are a day away from getting the Marians in the game, as well as my new favorite, um, the Uazi, who will be played by my opponent today. I will be playing Tamilakam, the Tamil people. I'm deciding I'm going to do an affable builder, and we're going to start out with the landowners. We're going to just dive right into the landowner supremacy. Do I actually want to do that? You know what? I'm not. I'm going to set myself up for a swap because I want to show that off. So I'm going to play a little risky here. We're going to start with traders. We have to bring them in at some point anyway. We're just going to run traders just because I want to show off the mechanic. Basically, long story short, I do want to transition into landowners because it's such a powerhouse. And I'm going to use it to create my dynasty. Not my dynasty, my unique unit. And let me just let Discord know that we're live. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do an affable builder because I don't really have access to any growth right here. This is a very favorable UAZ start, which is what Boldus is playing. I've never played Boldus before. This is going to be our first game together. Do I want to... so yeah, we're going to do traders. We'll do it this way. And one thing I like about traders opening with the Tamil is you start with a free luxury. This is pretty unique. I mean, if you're patrons on any other nation, you can get a free luxury. But the Tamil always start with, and it's such an interesting perk because it's not like, I just find this fascinating that, because we have our own little icon here. So I'll be curious if this ever shows up in other instances that, maybe through events or whatever. But we got our nice little unique luxury just for us. And it, as we all know, slots very nicely into a fair. Gives them an extra 6 culture right off the start, which is pretty badass if you ask me. So if you're looking to try and maybe culture rush, that's fantastic synergy there. I went for affable and builder because, well, I went affable primarily because I'm looking to shore up my growth situation. We start with ironworking, trapping, and divination. Very interesting and unique combo. We share ironworking and trapping, this combo, with the Persians, but the Persians start with husbandry, and we start with divination. We also are an artisans nation, so much like the Carthaginians and the Kushites, Zorro is very quickly on the table for us. We're going to get stone cutting right away, because I guess why not? I want to where are we headed? Our free side is here. This is a point symmetry map. It's a mirrored map, and we're playing on the new Mountain Pass script. So we're thinking, we're imagining things like, what are we imagining? We're imagining things like the Pax Pamir, oh, sorry, the Pamir Mountains region. The, what else am I thinking of? You know, Khyber Pass, kind of like Bactria, uh, Afghanistan, Pakistan type region, near the Himalayas sort of thing. Hindu Kush, stuff like that. That's kind of the theme of this one. I'm taking my time here. I'm going a little slow on my opening because I'm trying not to get too crazy with. All right, so I do not have a good guy. I knew I should have gone to a military archetype. God damn it. All right, well, I do have a general, which is fine. So I don't know, whatever. We'll send this guy out here. Nice, cool. And I guess we'll build some growth right away. What am I looking for? Looking for. I do have this. This is a pasture shrine. Great. Yeah, so I'm actually going to come right out here. And right out here. This guy does 20% adjacent for pastures, so eventually I'll put a pasture down. I was going to wait on the shrine because I'll get into how the supremacy works in detail in a moment. After I finally, get myself situated. Figuring out what the hell I'm doing. We are playing simultaneous at the moment as well, which is going to keep me moving, I guess. All right, so hopefully a melee unit spawns next, because I really don't want to have to. I really love using a tactician counter when early clearing. So Boldus is playing the UAZ, and I'll be playing the UAZ later today to show them off specifically. Oh shit! I did not grab the correct tech. So whoops. We want stone cutting. I will slot in my luxury now. Wood steel. Look at that. 8 culture per turn in the capital. How about that, huh? Really, really, really nice opening there. And that's one thing I really like about the Tamil specifically. They have so many interesting, neat little tricks. Also, check this out. We have Ebony for the first time. Ebony is one of the 4 new map resources. And it's a happiness resource. So when you improve it, it gives happiness along with whatever other yield it might give, right? All of the ones. So Jade will also give happiness. Jade is happiness in civics. I think this is, what is this? I don't know. I don't know what, I forget. But anyway, but what's interesting about all of these is when you harvest them, it actually gives you happiness. So check this out. I actually have a 5% growth boost in the capital right now. I actually just went up a happiness level. If I want to do that again, come down here. Check this out. Another 20 points. Look at this. So now I'm going to be discontent neutral for the first 4 turns of the game. Not huge, not major. I'm not necessarily saying run around and harvest every happiness resource, but nice touch. Definitely unique and new and interesting. For the map settings, Ignatz, also hello chat. Oh, and perfect. How about that? We got a crit off to a banging start. Wow. Okay. What else am I going to do with these guys? I'm going to go ahead and just build a farm right away. Get my food production up and running. I just farm all this because I know I'll put a pasture here eventually. And get some mines set up. So yeah, we're running the Mountain Pass map script. This is one of the new scripts for, oh boy, what do I want to do next? This is one of the new scripts. Why do I have that? General. Okay, general, right. All right. One of the new scripts for the expansion, for the DLC. This seems alright, I guess. I'll go in this direction. Which is really, really cool. What's next? Another settler right away. We have affable, might as well take advantage of it. Oh, again, I built a growth shrine right away. So this I really love Carthage is like this too. Carthage has a growth shrine. And Kush. Actually, that's so interesting. All three of the divination nations that start with well, divination have a growth shrine. I never noticed that before. So it's really useful because if you end up in one of these starts without any growth that you can utilize, you know, I don't have husbandry. It gives some flexibility there. So which is really, really cool. I'm going to hang out for a second. And I'm actually going to harvest this other resource. Might as well keep it going, right? Just buy myself as many turns as I can without the happiness penalty. We are mirror mapped here. So there's also that. We're going to do landowners next. Fun. Ooh, very fun. And we're going to go right to building a worker, a quick and easy worker with our, whatchamacallit, our builder. I'm just going to go right across the map, I guess. Oh shit, I wanted to heal this guy. I will. Fuck it. Hey man, thanks for joining in on the podcast. Thanks for listening. That was my first time doing a podcast ever. Dale was nice enough to invite me onto that. I was very, very excited to be there. I was nervous the entire time because, as anyone who watches any of my content knows, I never shut the hell up. So I did feel a little bit like I was monopolizing the conversation a tad. Josh, who's the designer of this DLC, who I think did a phenomenal job. Did a really, really good job. And I've been lucky enough to have, you know, a little bit of back and forth with him over stuff about the DLC. He's been very responsive to input and feedback. So I just, very high opinion of Josh. Oh, I didn't want to do this. Enact epics. Oh, can't undo it. That's my single player brain going. But anyway, he's not the most talkative person in the world. I was a little nervous about just kind of steamrolling the conversation, but hopefully people got a kick out of it. I always like harvesting food resources. And once I get a little established, I'm really going to sink my teeth into how the Supremacy works at some point. And in fact, let's check wonders over as well. We have Pyramid Ziggurat, any of the new ones. We have the Mahavihara, that's new. Monumental Buddhist, God, I love that one. So that's one to keep an eye out on. If we hit strong, we'll get Buddhism in the game. Also, the Chittagong. For those who don't know, this wonder's insane. Look at this. All cities. Plus 4 HP per year for units. That means passive healing in your entire empire is plus 4 per turn. It's wild. We talk about that a little bit more on the next episode of the podcast. There's so much content in this podcast that we needed to split it up into 2 one-hour episodes. The one that was released on Friday, if you haven't caught it, covers all of the unique nations. A little bit of the historical lens that inspired Josh from a design standpoint. And then I kind of add the player perspective. Dude, my clear rate here is just abysmal. This is terrible. Hopefully I get more crits. Because I'm not too pleased with this. Building more shrines. Sorry, farms rather. I'm going to commit the grand sin of harvesting gold with a scout. But also because it's turned 10. It's not turned 10 yet. I know I'm not going to get a bad event. Yes, but when I'll wait a second before I dig deep into how the Supremacy works. Currently, we have the Pandia Supremacy, so all my shrines are +1 civic. One thing I do like to do with them, I'm deciding not to do it in this particular case, but one thing that's really fun to do with them is to stack all the shrines in the capital while you have Pandia Supremacy access. Because think of that, the Holy City's 2 civics, 4 more shrines is another 4 civics. And then for those who don't know, if you put a Brahmin on top of them, Brahmin, you know how disciples get the +1 yield on the religious buildings? Brahmins are actually special in that you can get +1 civic on shrines. So if you, this is a lot of investment. Like I don't really want to build 4 shrines for this. However, if you're crazy about civics, and I tend to be crazy about civics, with the Pandia Supremacy, that's 2, 4. That's an extra 10 civics that you can put in, that you can just dump in one city. It's pretty nuts, and it's a lot of fun. And that's what I think is really great about these guys, is that there's so many different neat little tricks that they can do. We're gonna get horse band because we're up against the UZ. I do not know if I've never played Boldus before. I know nothing about his playstyle. If he's a rusher, if he's a builder, know nothing about it. I like this. I'm gonna get over here and get set up for another shrine. I'm actually gonna build myself another worker. Okay, great. We can get labor force, husbandry. Husbandry feels like I should grab it, but we're not. We're gonna get military drill because we're crazy. What am I doing next? I'm getting this guy down here. Yeah, the 3 nations are so cool. I can't get enough of it. I'm so excited, and so we'll finally have the Marians in the game. Oh, and this is a fun fact. I'm not doing this right here because I'm going to put this guy out in the woods, but this is the first nation in the game. Another thing that I like about all the new nations is, since we've been so used to playing such a set of nations recently, there's so many unique, interesting new combos. This is the first nation that has the fire shrine. People don't usually use this for the 20% to mines, right? However, this is the first nation that had the fire shrine, 20% adjacent to mines, 1 to lumber mills, and the artisan's family. So in theory, if you really were itching for that shrine bonus, sorry for that, forgive me. What am I trying to say? For the mine boost, you could put a bunch of mines around this in an artisan's city, and that would be plus 40% to all of those mines. So if you're in a area with nothing but flats, where you're really trying to... Am I going to die here? No, I'll just use my scout. I will absolutely take Steadfast, actually. Steadfast on my ruler, because now we have our first UAZ. Boldus, he's stronger. He's coming with 2 commanders. Oh, fantastic. He has the Orphan Eater. And he has an Oligarch, so it looks like he started... Yeah, so he's just doing some crazy stuff. So we need to be mindful of this. How much damage can he do? He can do... Yeah, he can kill me. So I need to... Has he settled? He has another city. I need to get myself over here. This is... I want to settle this site. So we're gonna take a second, I guess, and then we're gonna run away. So these guys are... Is he a schemer? Yeah, he's a schemer. Of course he is. Okay. It looks like he went for eloquent or prosperous. I'm gonna assume eloquent. Special military operation for Boldus. All right. Yeah. So okay, he's not too far away. He has his 2 cities already. And he's basically doing what I'm doing. He's clearing directly across the map, which is another reason why I want to make sure I take this city site if I can next turn. And hopefully he doesn't come kill me. He can actually kill me right now. I need to get up there. I need to get up there as fast as possible. He would have to force march for it, but he could absolutely... All right, thankfully he's not coming. I got one more turn. I don't know if I can make this on a force march. I can't, but I can get my scout in there to hold it. That's fine. All right, so we'll settle that, which is fantastic. And what is all this? Lush? All right, we'll farm all of this lush. I want to get my food up. Okay. And then I guess I need to build a warrior. Kind of need to. And then we need to swap to landowners as quickly as possible. How's that gonna happen? Who is, first of all, let's who's my oligarch. So my oligarch is a builder. Fantastic. I'll do that. What I want to do is get a decent cognomen first, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to accept this ambition, by the way. If you're planning on an early swap, you don't want to accept any ambitions, because it is a leader transition like any normal leader transition. However, if you force it on purpose, it doesn't count like an abdication. So, going to wait a little bit longer before they fully explain it. And of course, if you're joining after the fact on YouTube, can I get in there? Am I not going to be able to get in there? I don't think I can get in there. I need to kill him to get in there. Oh, shit. This is horrible. This is awful. Wow, this is really bad. This is really bad. I can't even get in there. Okay, well, shit. I need to... Oh, wait, yes, I can. Whew! Awesome, fantastic. All right, well, I need to send this guy away, really, because I can't afford to risk... Well, no court minister. I'll absolutely take that. Another builder, fantastic. Oh, crap. I forgot about that. That's going to make it harder. But that's okay. Thanks for watching, Aaron. Please tune in later. Can I make this? This is going to be my whole turn, but it's worth it. I want this one to also be landowners, though, I think. Right? Or is this going to be... Yes, this will... Oh, I need to... Of this guy. Whoa! I grabbed the wrong thing! Shit! I grabbed the wrong thing. Oh, here we go. Making a fool out of myself. That's awful. Alright, so several wasted turns at this point. That's okay, though. That's okay. Not the end of the world. This could be a quick stream. Hello, Fluffy Bunny. Thanks for joining. This could be a quick stream, because again, never played Boldus. He might try to rush me. He's erudite, which is always fun. Of course, he's a schemer, so I don't... no real surprise there. The really interesting thing about the UAZ, which I'll talk about later in the stream, is they don't start with any of the starting texts. They start with military drill, which is fun, and husbandry, which is fun. But they don't start with the base ones. It makes a very, very interesting start. Alright, so I guess what I'll actually... I guess I will put another shrine in this city. I wasn't planning on it, but I'm gonna. I wasn't planning on it, but I'm gonna. Because I'm gonna see if I can get... Okay, there we go. Landowners, please. Great. Okay, so he hasn't had a scout around here because I just got the founding for this, which is nice. Now at war with the Danes, though, which I think are down here. Alright, and I desperately need to heal myself up. Not really doing much with my workers at the moment. Honor guard. Oh, perfect. My heir. I'm married. This is gonna make transitioning super easy then. Great. Cool. I'll probably transition around. I'll probably plan my landowner's transition, excuse me, around my heir. That makes sense. And maybe I will just do the whole 3 shrines in the capital thing. I don't really need my artisans to be Hindu. So, yeah, let me dive into how this works then. You get a point, you get different sets of points for positions your characters occupy in your empire, right? So you get points for your leader. This is interesting because in, the customized ruler setting, I don't I don't start with a family, so I'm getting no points there. Typically it's about 2 points. Put myself in the woods to keep myself safe. And build a farm, build a mine. That's going to be a nice 20% boosted mine because of the fire shrine. Not too bad. Heal up over here. And build myself a worker. My hope is that I can get, with the builder, I can get myself economically stable, like with all the workers I would ever need. And then transition into a high military boost. So yeah, how this works is you get a point for, it's all character based. So you get like 2 points for the leader. You get 2 points for a religion head. So you can technically control this at the start of the game by deciding where your first shrine goes. You get a point for courtier, so that comes off of things like events and stuff. So this is basically a semi-controllable / semi-random element of how you can influence these. Council members are another point. Clergy are another point. Agents and generals are another point. Governor are points, right? So as we can see here, the Pandir are currently in complete control with 4. And all that matters, specifically, is whoever has the most. So there's no danger of being tied, There's no danger of being close between the two things. It's just whoever has the most. And you can micro it in a way such that, what am I doing? I'm going to put this guy here. I actually kind of want the strict, come to think of it. I'll take the strict. A free promotion on my warrior, why not? You can micro it in a way that you can pretty comfortably sit in the same supremacy for most of the game, if that's your preference, which is one of the things that actually kind of makes it cool. However, as you sprawl and your empire gets built up and like religious heads change or whatever, you do need to kind of monitor it, because you can end up in a situation where maybe the best character you want to put in your council on, like, I don't know, your spy master or whatever, maybe you're tied and he's of the wrong supremacy, right? So that gives you an extra consideration of, sure, you can totally swap in, but then you have to think about the supremacy swap, or if you maybe want to remove a governor to bring that point back down. So it's a little bit of micro around that. Personally, I love this. I love that it's semi-random. I love that you can influence it. It is within your control, but also things like who you marry, because the ruler is worth 2 points. So when my son takes the throne, my landowner supremacy, regardless of any other thing I do, will go up by 2 points, right? So you can also influence it by who you marry, who you bring into the fold. So that's pretty cool, and I like that a lot. We'll build a quarry. I'm going tight. Okay. So it looks like he's ready for some early action. He's much stronger now. Fun. Okay, so we have a warrior coming out in another turn, and I might need to rush another warrior after settler comes out. So let's see what happens. Of course, this is a very difficult. This is a potentially difficult matchup. I started with the greediest supremacy I could start with. If you're going up against the UV, you probably either want to start with artisans or you want to start with landowners, because who knows? Maybe they're going to rush me, and I wouldn't put it past them. They can put a horse in their territory. They start with military drill and they start with husbandry. He started a schemer, so we could be looking at chariots very quickly, very, very, very quickly. So I should probably be mindful of getting phalanx at some point, but I'm fine starting with military drill. So basically, my plan is to swap into landowners after a little bit of a build up here. And I'm hoping that I can get to strong pretty quickly with my Sangams. Is he already here? Great, no, he's not. So I'm just going to force march this, bring my artisan boys in. Nice. I'm going to put this guy in. And no, I'm just going to go out here. Build a mine. And build another worker. The nice thing about the workers with the Brahmin. Actually, you know what? How many cities does he have? He has 3. I have 4. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's a lot of city sets here, which is quite nice. Which is very quite nice. I'm going to assume maybe there's 1 more here or 1 more here. So potentially 2 more. I'm not really into a position to keep expanding, I don't think. So this is tricky. What I'm trying to decide if it's Sangam time. Sangam will put 60 culture in all your cities. So a little bit of a mini Ishtar Gate. I want a tactician. Going right into a tactician. And I'll go into another warrior. No, I want a slinger. We'll do a slinger next. It's Mountain Pass, buddy. We're showing off all the new content today. I'm going to see if I can get Alifrone to do one of the pre-made maps as well. I was going to do wetlands, but I don't feel like playing a wetland duel because it's reminds me too much of continents, and I did like 4 generations, and there kept being clusters of like 5 or 6 die or fish, so it's too cluster heavy. I guess I could tone down the resource. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll set the resource to minimum and do wetlands anyway. But yeah, I wasn't really feeling the vibe of that. But I do want to show off. I'm showing all new stuff today. So this is the Mountain Pass, which is super cool. Although Hardwood Forest is a very, very cool script to play on. So a couple things happen when you swap supremacies. Once you do get a high enough level where it's going to swap, if your ruler is not of the family that the supremacy is swapping to, the oligarch will take control. And this is probably my favorite thing about it, is because you can micromanage. You basically get another tool in the toolkit for swapping rulers. Like, let's say I was a tactician right now, and I wanted to swap into this builder. As long as I can get my landowner supremacy high enough, which would be a little tricky at this moment, I could legitimately just swap into this character right here, the equestrian cultivator, 41-year-old female builder. So you might not want to do that, but in other situations, it's totally viable. That's fun. I will take a culture boost everywhere, which is nice. So that's one neat thing. Also, your capital changes. So when I go into landowners, for example, this is going to become my capital. And that there's some cheeky stuff you can do there too, because if you forward settle a family seat and then make that your capital, what's going to happen is all your free units from bonus cards will actually show up right on the front line. So that's a pretty funny micro trick you can do if you really want to get cheeky with it. A lot of fun to do that type of weird stuff. I built barracks, so I might as well just build a barracks, right? Well, what I want to do actually is build a barracks over here, right? Yes, to do. Build a barracks. And I guess we'll just do the Shrine of Varuna there. Get some Hinduism. Oh, did I want that in the capital? I think I wanted that in the capital for the civics. I did. So, whoops. We're going to back that off. And we're going to build a miner. I'm going to spam miners in my landowner seat. It's going to be awesome. Because for those of you who don't know, the landowner supremacy is +1 training per rural specialist. So it basically makes every miner have the training worth of an officer. And look how quickly that landowners can build miners. So, oh shit. I'm under threat. Okay. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. You're just going to come and kill me? Okay. Well, perfect timing. And we have steadfast. Let's go. He's rushing me. That's funny. Well, this is great, because I don't think this is going to do anything. I do 8 damage without even having steadfast yet. So I'm just going to move towards me. And I love that he's rushing me, because he's going to be wasting his time. So that's going to be good for me long term. It's going to be really, really good for me long term, I think. Yeah, this guy, and this is, look at this. I'm doing 8, so this is a little bit overzealous, but I don't blame him, because, I mean, when you have a fun new, God damn it! Okay, well, I guess I won't get there in time. That's funny. Nice, I'll do this guy for that. And, I lost a worker already. That's unfortunate. Do I have anybody fun here? No. All right. Is this on a mountain? It is on a hill. I will do... How much damage are you doing to the city itself, my friend? Okay, so that's actually not too bad. So I'm going to take a second to promote myself to Highlander as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and get... I'm going to get drama. I'm getting drama because... I want to make sure that I want to hit strong. I'm hoping to hit strong significantly closer, quicker than he is. He does. Ooh, more civics. Another scholar. Wow. I mean, another courtier. I mean, it's a scholar. I have 400 civics. Yeah, I need the science. Great. But this is going to make... So this is the thing that sucks. That my scholars keep coming out as traders. So that's making the Pandia harder and harder to dump. But that's all right. I don't mind it. Like, that's 3 science per turn. I don't care. Whatever. Not a big deal. Did he vassalize somebody? No, he's at war. Okay. What else is happening? You can get me the Jerwan, right? I'm kind of nervous about actually building the Jerwan, though, because he might decide to mess with me. So we'll just go to a barracks now. Do I want to finish the worker now? Yeah, absolutely. Because if anything, he'll become a militia. On my next turn, I can upgrade it to a militia. Well, not next turn, because I won't have the training. But he won't die. I didn't have an opportunity to move this guy out from the open. Technically, I did because it was tight, but I don't do that. Like, I'll move workers or whatever and scouts, but if it's like a military engagement, I'm not going to move my citizens and that. I think he's backing off. Oh, no. Is he coming to skirmish? That's great. That's going to be really bad for him. So I think he's coming to kill workers. Okay. I love this. I love the raiding mentality off of this. That's great. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This is full, like, UAZ style harass. Again, probably a horrible idea for what it's worth, because he's spending orders on this, but I guess he is a schemer. We are playing with the nerfed schemer, though, so he can't go too crazy with that order economy. But that's funny. I can add a Hindu temple! All right, every creed a path. Hindu temple. I feel like that's kind of worth it. That's culture, right? Yep, I want culture. I'm trying to get myself some good culture here. All right, the wildfire is over. Farmer specialists, don't want that. 5 specialists in general, I do want that, and I can do that. Okay, in fact, what we're going to do here... Oh, shit, I can't. This guy... How much damage did you do to him? I can rally troops, and I'm going to rally troops. I'm going to put this guy here for some more civics. And I actually am going to just build Brahmins. Screw it, right? Another civic in a second. Warlike is exactly what I need in this moment. All right, so now I will build a warrior, because that's going to be a 6-turn warrior there. 4-turn slinger there. This guy is going to kill this guy. This dude is just going to come out and chop, and then head back into the city, I think. Yep. Can he kill this guy? Oh, I really don't want to stop this mine, though. Is he going to come for my workers? Is that what he's doing here? I mean, I'm a builder, so, I mean, come kill my workers. I'll just build them again, but I am... I'm going to build a warrior. Okay. You actually will build another worker since your other worker got killed. I guess I'm just going to risk this one dying. Not that too many. It's 40 opinion over 20 years. Yeah, I can weather that. I'm landowners. Fun! Tribal raids from the mountains pass. Very, very, very fun. He shouldn't be able to kill this guy. That's going to be 9 damage. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then I can dip into the woods in a second. I'm debating if I want to rush this. Kind of. I'll think on that. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty okay. This guy has Highlander and Horsebane. This guy has Ranger. And also access to Horsebane when I get it. I'm rallying troops now, so I will be able to get it. All right, I love it. I love it. I love a player that has no issue coming right in and causing trouble. He has 3 cities, so I still have more cities than him, which is actually phenomenal. And I've taken no damage on this guy. Great. Is this going to finish up next turn? No, it's not. I will rush this guy, though. Try and spook him off. No, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. Screw him. Actually, yes, I will, because I want to protect that worker. Shit. That's fine. All right. We're going to get myself developing in every city by running my Sangam project. I think it's time to do that now. I can't move this guy off. Ooh. Can I do that? 1, 2, boop. Can he kill this? No, he can't. All right, actually, yeah, we will force march this, right? Hopefully I don't mess this up. Force march. I messed it up. Doop. Boop. That's fine. Let him know that we're not messing around. Let him know that we're not messing around. Build my worker back. Tactics on the air. If he kills another worker, whatever. I like this, though. I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out long term. Champion in the capital. He already has Judaism, which is nice. So that's the new thing from. I'm assuming he went clerics then. That's a new thing because for some reason Judaism was buffed a bunch. Not particularly fond of that myself, but you know, here we are. Wow, I have plenty of builders here, which is nice. Oh, I'm gonna do the diplomat governor next turn. What's his opinion looking at? He doesn't have any opinion boost, so and I'm actually looking pretty solid with my opinions, which is nice. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh god, I wish I could rush this thing. Where you going, buddy? The question I have... I shouldn't hunt this guy down. I should just let him be. I should just let him be. Do I want to do Sangam now? Or do I think I can get another city? He has his fourth city coming out here. Man, I would love to mess that thing up. Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have just walked right past him and just killed his militia. That's funny. Okay. Always fun to have some conflict. He'll need some actual units to do anything real, though. But I just need to be mindful of that. I need to keep on the lookout. Where the hell is my scout? My scout's over here. So I want to get my scout down here on this path. I have eyes on this path. It looks like this is probably a camp up here, which kind of surprises me. I don't really know what's going on with these guys. But could be. Could be a city up there. I'll check at some point. Control 5 specialist. We're trying to do that. I guess I will build an officer. I wasn't planning on building an officer, but might as well. Alright, we're rallied troops. Inspiring or proud on our prince. Both are fine. Inspiring. Patriarch. Oh, my Hindu patriarch. Fun. I just want the science, so that's our main shortfall there. Mine. Should have put this governor in there, but I didn't. Heal you. Mine on you. Cover you up. 5. He can't kill that guy, which is nice. Yeah, we're going Sangam now. First Sangam now. Which is nice because how much culture do I have right now? 20, 24, 17. Yeah, that should match up where roughly around the time that this fires off, these should all level up either at the same time or shortly after. So that's neat. That's a neat little aspect about that. And my capital is already 14 civics. 2 from the holy city, 3 from the shrines, 1 from the Brahmin. And it's nice because when you think about it, oh, I should build a shopkeeper. That's what I should be doing. Shit, that was probably a mistake. I should be building the shopkeeper now. But whatever, we'll wait. I also want the culture bomb to come up here. Get me to strong a little bit quicker. That'll help me get my unique units out. All right, he's headed somewhere. He's about to get his 4th city. Which is nice, because I already have 2. How many workers has he killed? He's lost 2, so he's killed 2 workers. 2 landowners, workers. I'm a builder, so, I mean, doesn't really set me... Thankfully, I'm a builder. That's actually really nice. That doesn't set me back too bad. Once this slinger comes out, I'm going to head out and contest. Because I imagine he's clearing more. All right, back to my turn. Nice, I can get a free... Where are you going? Vengi? No, I will take the builder. That's nice. Where are my other builders? You can fall asleep. I'm not going to need you anytime soon. And you... Oh, this is a Hindu temple, by the way. Very, very cool art on that. For those who haven't seen it yet. Really, really neat. Super exciting. And I'm just going to go ahead and build a barracks right here. And build another barracks right there. And you'll build a barracks at some point. And you'll build a barracks. So we'll get my barracks up and running. And I'm going to come over here and promote this guy to Horsebane. Nice. I'm kind of glad I did rally those troops. All right, the Bengal Plains right outside of the... Oh, he went Rider's capital. I like that. Okay. No, wait, no, never mind. He went Champ's capital. That makes sense. Yeah, Champs into Riders makes tons of sense. Probably Clerics next, if I were to guess. Of course, if anybody has any questions about the DLC, my thoughts, my opinions, my... I mean, I guess I don't really have many criticisms, but criticisms, I guess. feel free to tune in. There's 11 of you in chat. I do appreciate you being here, checking out some Tamil v Uazi action. I love the colors, by the way. I keep saying this, but it's a very simple thing. Like, I don't know why, but the brown seems so fitting for like a nomadic tribal steppe empire. Oh, he's getting 5 cities on this turn. Okay. A little bit of a tempo boost there for him. Not so bad. Champions right there. Great. And don't forget, he can put a horseman in every city. So if he gets spoked wheel, we're going to have chariots coming in hardcore. Really, really want my Stompy Boys coming up. He's not even developed yet, so I'm going to have a nice time frame of Stompy Supremacy on him. I'm 20 turns away, but that's I'm 20 turns away. I'm making 15 culture per turn. This will give me 60, so this is going to lop off 4 turns from that. So I'm 16 turns away. I'm getting drama in 2 turns. I will build the Odeons this time rather than forget them. I forgot them the last time I got an early drama. So, and then we'll swap into the other thing that's nice about the Sangam bumping up culture in all my cities is that once I get a law, oh well, I need to get 4 laws actually. What's he up to? Did he have a law yet? He got freedom, so he went ironworking into freedom. Cool. And I know he had to get ironworking because he doesn't start with it. He went ironworking into labor force. Probably going navigation for the orders. Neat. Neat. Very, very neat. All right, let's get my scouting. Because I want to see what's going on with this guy. Yes, for those tuning in, the DLC is available tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know the conversion rate to all the other time frames because I am a dummy. Or EDT, in fact. 5 p.m. GMT is what we're looking at for. 5 p.m. GMT. So you translate to whatever your time is, and that'll give you a sense of when this thing's coming out. Which is quite nice. I have trapping. I think I want to go here for the growth. And I really am going to build 1 more worker. Damn. So that's 7 p.m. CET for those paying attention for those there. And if you're watching after the fact on YouTube at any point, please give us a like, a subscribe, or go to the Mohawk channel. I don't even care about my channel. I just want the algorithm to push Old World. So, although for all of my subscribers that are here, I love that you're here. I'm super grateful. I have like over 400 subscribers, which is about, well, it's over 400 more than I ever expected to get. So there we go. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to be with me live as well. Very, very excited to be playing. We're not playing with a timer this time. Played with a timer with Ninja yesterday. We have had, hello Magnus. So a bit of recap for anybody hopping in at this point. The Uazi have crossed the mountain pass, the Dupog mountain pass. Forgive me as I butcher any pronunciations in this map, by the way. He killed a worker up here, and then he kept going, killed another worker, and then he seems to have circled back down here. It looks like he's trying to clear my tribal sites. He's being a real gent and clearing my tribal sites for me, which I appreciate. And, oh, another fun thing I'm doing today, if you're not aware, if you're in live, or if you're watching after the fact before today, what's the date today? The March 39th, the day before the DLC comes out, if you get this message, I'm running a giveaway on the Discord channel. It's very simple. Just hop onto the Old World Discord channel, vote in the poll that I set up there, and then message me directly that you want to be included in the draft. And you could get yourself a free copy of the Empires of the Indus DLC. To be very, very clear, this is not in any way affiliated with Hooded Horse or Mohawk Games. I am just a person who wants to buy the game for people participating in the community. Whether you're a long-term participant or you are just joining up. Also means I will undoubtedly likely mess something up, but I have some backup plans. I found out after the fact that apparently you can't buy Steam games as gifts for people across different currency types. I didn't know that when I was setting up the giveaway. So that threw a little bit of a wrench in my plans, but my backup plan is, worst case scenario, I'll either go to one of the websites that allow you to buy Steam keys, or I will fund you the cost directly through something like Venmo or whatever. I'll figure that out. So rest assured that if you win the raffle, I will find a way to get you a copy of the game. And I will find a way to do it promptly. That way, you know. Well, actually, that's why I'm saying even a refund. Even if I can't figure it out immediately and you have to buy the game tomorrow, then I'll just refund you the money. Yeah, and DLC, not the game. Thanks for clarifying in chat. I'm buying just the DLC. I'm not providing the base game version. Although, in hindsight, I should have done that, because I probably could have bought the actual game for like 20 people in the last week since it was on sale for $3, $3 or $4. So I might do that in the future to get people who haven't played the game playing, because I feel like this is one of those games where if you actually just try it, you'll get hooked. Not always. Some people bounce off of it, but then we read a lot about the people who come back and try it again for a second or maybe third time, and then suddenly, it finally clicks for them and they get hooked. So, did I just die? I didn't move my scout. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I'm so bad at playing and talking. But that's fine. He's not going to be able to take anything on my side of the map, I don't believe. So, we'll be a little behind in tempo. No worries. No worries there. Put a guy in here that will help boost this up. Anything? No? I will need wood if I'm going to build these guys, I guess. And more food. Tough, Heckler, or Swift, or a new court soldier. Oh, man. I want another court soldier. But I don't want it to be a damn trader's one. So I guess we'll go with Heckler. This is annoying. Okay. Okay, I want to actually build a Odeon now, because I'm the most concerned with my culture situation. And in fact, I'll even build an Odeon here. Send it back. So one thing about the UAZ is the harass might not have been the best idea. I mean, of course, because my only thing is that he spent all the orders to do it. So yes, he killed 2 workers. Kind of clogs up my build queue a little bit longer. It forces me to build my units or whatever. But he also did just spend all of the orders to come all the way down here and then circle back. Not the worst when you're the UAZ and you can basically teleport all around the map. But outside of that, obviously, as we can tell, he got some clear momentum on me with that harass, which is nice. And that's what I like about the UAZ in terms of their ability to harass. Like, these things are pretty weak, but they can still just be a nuisance. And he's able to clear very quickly. Yeah, the barrier for entry can be a little tricky on this game. I agree. I didn't. Well, I guess I technically had that issue. When I first started playing this game, how I became a Discord troll was that I didn't understand how people were playing this game well, and it infuriated me. And also, I'm probably one of the few people who actually, forgive me, Mohawk, I think I don't think the manual is efficient. But I mean, I think, in fairness, manuals for these games are really hard to do well and to do right. But I found myself perpetually grumpy at trying to find information about this game and how it works. So that's what led me to Discord. I basically needed, and I think Discord's honestly probably one of the best ways to learn this game. Which I know Discord's not for everybody. But because I find having someone to actually teach you and talk to you and tell you how to play the game is probably the most useful. Because there's so many little nuances of, like, just having 8 civics, right? Or 8 training, right? And then having that jump from 8 to 10, shaves a whole 2 turns off of the next thing you're going to build. And it's hard to process that because Old World is a game where small numbers add up to be a big deal. And that's not readily apparent. Yeah, and the tutorials are fine. But, yeah. I think the learn to play scenarios, those came out much later. Those weren't around when I played. But I've looked at the learn to play scenarios after the fact, and those are pretty good. I think they set you up with a nice progression of kind of just playing a standard game. All right, we're 1 turn away from our Sangam. This is at 4. All right, so this is going to get us a culture level up. This is at, where are we at? 30. So that'll be a culture level up in 5 turns. And this is at, yep, that will be another culture level up in just a moment as well. So we're going to get 1 culture level up from our Sangam, and we're going to put 2 other guys. Look, 35 turns, right? We're basically clearing 30 turns off of our culture timing in these cities. How awesome is that? How cool is that? Again, for those of you just tuning in or weren't keeping track, this was an 8-turn project. Pretty expensive. It's 100 civics for a level 1 project. 100 civics is usually the cost of a level 4 project. So it is quite expensive. It does clog your queue for a little bit, but I mean, it's a neat trick. It's a neat trick. Like, I can transfer myself over to a judge right now if I want. I might actually do that, but, or I can get myself this thing, which is also nice, Mythophoria, in the seat that I just got, or I can get a bunch of orders. I'm actually not quite sure what I want to do. I'm nervous about this guy coming out of the fog and messing with me. So, I put my beefy Ranger Horsebane fella right at the edge here, trying to deter him a little bit. And get myself building a settler, because I need another one. I might even Civic Rush this one. Catch up. Do I want to be a judge? Builder into judge. Kind of. What wonders? Oh, I can get the Buddhist? No, I'm staying the builder. I'm staying the builder. I'm going to build a monumental Buddhist in the capital and get Buddhism on my side. So I will just get Actually, I want the orders right now because I haven't been developing well enough and I need more quarries. So I'm going to take the opportunity to build a nice set of quarries around, get every worker moving and doing a thing. Um, the Mojave Hara is also on the table. That's a developing wonder. That gives you people are going to like that one. I think the builders are going to like that one quite a bit. I think. Um, I think I need more mines. Also, I guess I just build a mine. And you are actually going to come back here. Get ready to build a mine next turn. You're going to build a miner. Boldus is a good opponent. I've played him a few times. Fantastic. I've never played him. So I'm excited. I'm still shocked that I managed to push back Ninja yesterday on Friday. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be this is uncharted territory as far as I'm concerned with opponents. As far as opponents go, he's now weaker than me, which is fantastic. So that just goes to show we know he has like 3 or 4 step riders. That just goes to show how fickle they are. They fall off rapidly. So he came in. Again, whether it's worth it or not, I can't say. I don't know the metas or the strategies of any of these new nations. I just know how to play them and what they do. And I certainly don't know any of the multiplayer strategies because I've never played any of these against other opponents. I'm literally in the process of that right now. I have a couple cloud games going on with Fluffy, Solver, and now and then Ninja on Friday was my very first network opponent. So I'm sinking my teeth into the multiplayer aspects of this for the first time in just like the last week myself. Oh, and that's the cool thing about this. I forgot to mention that. One thing I really like about the fact that I got this preview access that I was very happy to do when I figured this out. I figured this out on Thursday is because of the way the DLC policy works for this game. If you own the DLC, you can play it with your friends even if they don't own it. So um, that's really cool because that gave me the idea and the opportunity to kind of give people a sneak peek. In addition to like streaming, like you guys are watching me play, but also Boldus does not have early access. Ninja didn't have early access, and then Alifrone, who I'm playing later, does not have early access. So it was a cool way to be able to extend that to some members of the Discord community. And just to be clear, how I decided who I played was entirely random. Ninja, I know I wanted to play because I like playing with Ninja, and he's a tournament finalist, and I know people like watching him play, so I thought it would be fun. But Boldus and Alifrone just messaged me, and I said, sure. They messaged me, and they were available. So, uh, and like I said, I've never even played Boldus before, so. But I don't know, it's really cool, I think, to be able to get everybody involved. Or as much as we can. So what else is cool that I can talk about with these guys? So they have the 3 families. They have the Supremacy. So we're still heavy into Pandia. Once I die and the throne passes to my son, Cheris is going to go up 2 points, which is going to be quite nice. Oh, and my prince and heir can also become... Oh, they can become a hero? I don't want that, but I actually think I like Warlike. I want to keep the Warlike train rolling along, and he can become a hero or commander. I think... How do I want to do this? I have my Stompies. I'm planning on having Stompies soon. I'm 8 turns away from being able to get them at some point. Shit, I'm going to need more food. I'm going to need a lot more food. Well, first things first. Oh, shit, I don't have that. Yeah. I'll just build a farm for now. Okay, so... Hero... Commander. The events should drip into your existing games. Weird. Default. As I understand it correctly. The only thing I don't know for sure is how many of these events might be specifically connected to the new nations. I don't think they all are. I think like we saw the other day, like events from chopping trees. I think those are pretty standard. But I have to imagine there's a handful of Hindu specific events, right? And shit, what am I doing? I'm just not attacking. That's gonna be 5. That's gonna be 5. All right, so I can clear that next turn. Fine. Yeah, so obviously any of the Hindu-specific events won't show up because you need to be one of the 3 nations and have Hinduism in your empire. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. Mohawk is correcting me. I forgot about that because it's not like a patch. Patches normally do that. But no, you actually have to have the DLC enabled in the game itself when you're starting a new game. So my bad. You will not get any of the new events. So, whoops. Apologize about that. This is my favorite micro to do, by the way. I'm doing an officer in 2 turns. I want the officer, but what I want more is my law. So I'm just enough civics away from adopting this. So the easiest way to resolve that is to just run council on a place that's... Actually, you know what? I won't do it on this one. Shit. Will this one work? That one will work. Yeah. And the reason why I swapped is because this one's almost finished anyway, and this one's just getting started, so whatever. I'll just wait an extra turn on that. Not important at all. Oh, why? Should I tech it? Should I tech it? Is that what you're asking? That was a misclick. That was me just talking and I randomly clicked it. I did not want to take that ambition. If I was being more in tune with what the hell I'm actually doing, I wouldn't have selected that. So there's a city site here as well. And I think I might need another scout because he killed my scout. Ooh, free settler. I'll take that. Right? Do I want that? Yeah, I'll take that. That's delightful. That's going to help me tempo-wise. Okay. And I don't know, just stay right there for now. Dude, I hope I don't see a chariot just come barreling out of these hills. Alright, that's fine. Ooh, iron right there, huh? Build a quarry. Yeah, I'll build a quarry. Okay. We can get a Verizon Star. Sure, I'll take that. Well, let's look at this guy. He's got Eloquent, Prosperous, Blessed. He's unpopular at the moment. Oh, dude, that's brutal to get with the UAZ. Because he does have iron working now. That's brutal to get with the UAZ. Because what could happen is he could only be having his Step Riders. And he could get Warrior or Slinger Rebels if he has the correct tech. So that could really throw a wrench in his plans. And I will do... I don't really need freedom as a builder, so I'm going to jump right into slavery. Yeah, so that could be tricky for him. If he gets a rebel or two, he's going to take... I mean, he'll be able to kill it because he has like 4 riders. But it might take him a second. It might take him a little bit longer, which is great news for me. Gonna get this iron. Gonna put an officer in the iron. I can't wait to be landowner supremacy. I cannot wait. So the other thing is look, there's literally no elephants on this map. I cannot see a single elephant. Do I care? None at all. Doesn't matter. I'm going to swap into the greatest family supremacy in the game. And we'll make it work. I love this faction. It's so neat. I forget who it was that pointed it out on Discord, but I didn't realize this. I didn't put this together myself, and I wonder if Josh did this intentionally. But with this, so they can only play landowners, traders, and artisans. But with the supremacy bonus, they kind of bleed in. Yeah. Well, what's nice is I can drop a point here from my oligarch. That'll bring us down to 5. My heir taking the throne will bring us up to 4. So it's not as far away as you think. I have... I actually need to settle another landowner city for the governor. And then maybe get a council position. And that should do it. But yeah, I'll need the civics actually now that you mention it. So the law is going to kind of trip me up a little bit. But that's okay. That's okay. What I'm super pleased with, though, because my heir is a landowner's family member, I will not have to deal with the difficulty of an actual transition of ruler, because I'm pretty sure my heir will maintain the throne. Worker. And having my dude out here build a bunch of workers. Is all this lush? All of this is lush, right? Build some farms. Build a mine. Build a rural resource, which is fantastic. And that's my turn, man. I got no orders. His order economy is probably so much better than mine. He's stronger again. I might need to abdicate so I can swap to that supremacy quickly. How many turns on this? 6? That's unfortunate. Is he developed yet? He is developed. I still don't know if he settled... Oh, he did settle clerics. Okay. Alright, so yeah, he's going to have some science going on his side for quite a while. Not looking forward to that. And I really don't want to move off of this until I know I can come back here and clear this easily. Is this an extra? No, this one's this one, right? Yeah, okay. We solved that issue. Right? Wait. This one? Mirror map point symmetry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I'll count it when I see more of the map. Definitely take another luxury because that's going to hop right into my capital right away and bring us down another turn for developing. I like that. What's next? I will get aristocracy. Kill this guy. And I will... Nice. Get resourceful, which is good. Build myself another mine. Oh, shit. I didn't move my settler this turn. I really needed to do that. Do I want to spend all of my training to get that moving? Kind of. I really don't want to, but I'm gonna, because that was an oversight. That was an oversight. That's more. I was just doing idle worker work. And this guy's having a weird time. Are we not correctly I'm confused. I don't think this is fully mirrored, but that's okay. Wait, yes, no, yes, it must be. There we go. There's the gold. There's the gems. There's the gold. There's the gems. Okay, so that's correct. So he goes here. Does that just mean there's another site? Oh, okay. I don't have this explored yet. Okay, got it. Dude, are you coming to tango, my brother? Oh, I hope he doesn't have a chariot. Yeah, there's quite a bit south to explore. That's, yeah. So there's probably, this site would be here. There's a site here and there's a site here. So it looks like 8 on each side of the map. So that's pretty cool. And then, you know, it's true to its name. It's living up to, you know, it's a mountain pass. So our access into each other will be through these 2 mountain passes, or technically 3, I suppose, or 4, I guess. Oh, hello. Buddy, are you going to come kill me with a chariot? Because this is looking mighty tempting. Looking mighty tempting. Looking mighty tempting. Alright, so make him chill. Yep, there's a spear. Oh, there's another spear. Gross. Gross. Boop. I'll take Highlander. Fine. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go where we need to go. Build an apprentice. You hang tight. Actually, no. You need to build a warrior. Actually, no. You need to build a slinger. Just build a slinger. Yep. I'm going to chop these woods, and it'll make it tricky for him to come get me. I love the aggression. Loving the aggression. Big fan of the aggression. I need to build garrisons for my orders, man. My order economy sucks. And I really, really need to swap into landowner supremacy. Oh! We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in a second. Chera supremacy. Shit. What are you? A commander? I don't want to swap into this builder, though. So that's tricky. That's happening a little bit too soon. But... gross. But we'll make it happen. Yes. Yep, that'll do it. It's my son, actually. That's complicated. That's a complicated development. Oh, you're dead? That's not exactly fun, my friend. Not exactly fun. Oh, boy. I mean, I guess I abdicate. I need the commander anyway. Okay, great. So this is something we didn't get to see in Fluffy's stream, I don't believe. I want to see what happens if I abdicate. I feel like that's gonna... You guys want to bug test with me? Let's bug test. Oh, I can't. Let's bug test, because I'm curious. I'm supposed to go to the head. Unless my guy's on the throne. But I feel like that's not going to change this. So I guess I won't abdicate. Does she have a kid? Because I don't want it. How do I see her family? She does have a son. Oh, it's me! It's my wife! I'm married to her. Yeah! Absolutely, honey. You can take the throne. No big deal. That's simple enough. Let's do it. But before I do that and mess up any opinion stuff, I'm going to make sure I get all the hits with this guy to kill him. Can I settle? All right. Yep. So we'll come here. We'll settle landowners. Step 1. Step 2. Wackadoo. Step 3. Wackadoo. You're going to die next turn? Probably. But you'll do some whacks on that guy. And we only have 2 orders left, which is nightmarish. But whatever. Build a worker here. And let's hand it over. Here we go. Supremacy. Vanchi comes to capital. We've lost some family opinion, which is... Oh, I forgot to attack this guy. Whatever. Less than ideal. But I now have 18 training in this city because my 2 miners are now worth the price of an officer in terms of trading. I also have training down here. So this is like a champ seat, which is really, really fun. So that's quite nice. I was hoping... What, you got something down here too? No? Not yet? We'll do a warrior out here as well. And we get our secession event. And that's the other thing. Secession events are pretty juicy. So if you cycle your secession a handful of... Now, like, let's not forget, I did get the, the legitimacy hit for the decay here, right? But I did not get an abdication penalty for that. So it's another, if you want to talk other fun potential possibilities. Oh, wow, I could get a massive resource dump, but I don't want to be unpopular. Science seems the way to go. Civics seems the way to go because I could be rushing right now. I'm going to go science because I want to try and get to my my flying stompies. Horsebane, am really lucking out with Horsebane in these grabs here. We're back to similar. But again, a little bit of a classic paper tiger situation when you're dealing with tribe kind of Carthage level stuff. In that, I mean, the only thing I'm really worried about right this moment are these spears. So, ouch. Yeah, he's still going to need to use 2 of these guys to kill this fella. Yes, Fluffy, I believe you'd be correct. I believe the answer would be no, because the event already fired, so you can't do any cheeky stuff like that. Sometimes you can with the correct event, but I think because it already involved the character themselves, it wouldn't matter. So if you are relying on your heir to do some cheeky stuff, you're gonna want to make sure that that's already in place. I need 2 turns on this. I need to build roads. I need to build a road from this city all the way down to Murchi. From Vanchi to Murchiri. Moochery. Unfortunately, I don't have the orders to do anything. Yeah, so this is what's fun. It's like the landowner supremacy, it turns every miner into an officer, basically, as far as training. Or anything else gets training. So that, I really like the landowner supremacy. It's really neat. So like that's what's fun, because by the time this barracks is finished, I will already technically have an officer's level worth of training in the city. So it's basically like getting free officers, but obviously you don't get the science. Yeah, they're not doing much into shooting in the forest, but unfortunately because of the spear, I am gonna have to back off into the city for a couple turns and play a little bit conservatively. Still erudite on me, which is unfortunate. And I basically am just twiddling my thumbs, biding time until I can get... all my cities are developed now, by the way, which is nice. But until I can get my stompies out into the field. They should be in my hand, right? No. 2 turns away. I'll probably just take Phalanx then. Next. Build some more warriors, upgrade to spears. Come at him that way. He has 2 laws now. Did he go up to navigation? Yep, he did. So his order economy is gonna be nuts. So I think he actually isn't necessarily doing the worst thing by rushing me, because he can probably move all of this stuff and still develop his economy. Oh, hello there! Hello there. Oh, I let him found Zoro. I forgot to build that other acolyte. Whoops. That's fine. So he's going to have a fun time with all the religions in the game. Ooh, do I want orders? Yes, I do. I don't yet need the spears. Okay. Oh, that's funny. This is the capital now. I was trying to get connected back here, but this is the capital now. I'll get my prince on here. I guess I'll wait, actually, because I need to kill that thing, and I forgot about it. All right. All right, not looking so great. Not looking too hot. Excuse me. Oh, crap. That's going to get tossed into my discard pile. I should have microed that a little bit. Oh, no. I'm leveling up next turn, and my elephant's going to get tossed in my discard pile, so it's going to be a ways away before I can get that. That's going to be quite a while. Unfortunate. Oh, hello! Okay. Keeps him away for a little bit longer. He's at 6 cities to my 5. That's nice. I'll get myself Highlander again. I'm really lucking out with these Highlander and Horseband promotions. Okay, yeah, so there's a city right here. That's fun. So there will be a city right here. Interesting, okay. And he looks to be going to clear for it. I don't feel like I'm in a position to contest that, unfortunately. So I'll take the opportunity to have the breather. What else am I up to? Yeah, if I can get this guy down here to settle, that'll be nice at some point. Onagers up on these hills will suck. Oh, do I want to build a wonder? Kind of. Oh, he's gonna have so. Oh, he has Christianity. No, I have Christianity. Oh, from an event. Fantastic. Love it. That's great news. That helps stem the tide. Well, no, actually, that's bad for me because his seat. Oh, shit. That's actually bad for me because his seat can. Build the ziggurat for 80 opinion. I will do that. I can afford that, right? Yeah, I'll do that right now. Okay. And build a warrior. Sorry, my turns are going pretty quickly because I don't have any orders. So this is really cool that we swapped to the wife. I want to see if I can get myself a decent cognomen before she gets too old and dies. So what's the fastest way I could do that? Harvesting. That's the fastest way I can do that. We got a new cognomen called the Gatherer. Harvesting and chopping woods helps prop that up pretty quickly. So I'm going to go for that. Yeah, there's stuff down here too. I'll send my scout out here. Not my scout, my worker. Speaking of scouts, I actually do need to build a scout. I can build this guy as well. Oh man, so much to do. So much to do, so little time. Build a worker here. After the warrior. Or slinger, rather. What will be nice is that my stompies are going to ignore all the terrain penalties around this. They're going to ignore the woods. They're going to ignore the scrubs. They're going to ignore the hills. They don't care. They're going to be highly mobile up in this mountain pass. So that'll be quite nice when it comes to it. I mean, I'm not going to complain about two holy cities in the well, I guess it's not the capital anymore. In fact, maybe I should build this. Shit. Why am I need another worker for it. But that's going to be on there. I need to build that guy next too. Do I have a judge? No. I'll get the other worker. I want to build my son. Kudanko? Yes, I'll marry a schemer. 100% I will marry a schemer. Absolutely. Great. Getting more raids from this side. That sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay. All right, we're going to go on a chopping spree, even though I absolutely do not have the orders for it. Hittite King's going to be doing... Oh, yeah. The Hittites are going to get the Gathering one so easily. It's basically... I mean, I suppose that's like a stealth Hittite buff. Which, I mean, I'm all in favor for. Damn it! He's stronger. And I only have 4 units. What will suck is if he decides to go up to stirrups, all of those step riders can become horse archers, which would suck. Wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world, but it would still suck. So I'm strong. He's still developing. I have developing in every city because of, or most of my cities because of the Sangam, which is neat. So I have some rush opportunities. If I have judges, I do actually have judges. Three-turn warriors from the landowner seat. 18 training. Love it. Yeah, this is actually bad for me because he could just build a Christian disciple in his cleric seat for more and more science. He's going to out-science the shit out of me. Which is unfortunate. Well, how long are we playing today? It's 10:47. I'm playing for... I want to... What are we doing? Almost 11. 2 more hours? Yeah. But now I can build elephants in every city. Oh, so yeah, that's what's exciting. We have a... Why is that? Not quite where I want it to be yet. I'm now doomed. I get a worker. Alright. Pavali or Korkai? Pavali. Yeah, we'll do that guy. Heal you up. Keep you coming down. Build you there. And now let's see. Oh, I didn't give myself enough orders for this, so I'm not going to get the cognomen. Oh well. Oh well. Need garrisons. Oh, I need garrisons. So we'll finish the zig. We'll buy the Buddhist. We buy the Buddhist up here, I guess. He has 3 laws. All right. Good for him. I have soon to have access to 3 laws, but I'm nowhere close to adopting them just yet. This guy's going to build that. Next. Maybe I can clear up here. Maybe I can clear up there. My commander will be on the throne shortly, which is nice. Oh, that's funny. Alright, it's me. I can get some science. We'll take some science. I don't want... I'm going to care about truce. Oh no, the Pandias are very strong in the ways of the Force right now. Okay. Well, looks like we need to get into position to deal with that. Wow. Look at that. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. How do I want to do this? That's a really, really good governor, actually. It's a really good governor. I need civics, though. I mean, I'm just going to have to deal with the rebels. So I'll put him on there instead. I think. Where is this coming from? 2 courtiers, 2 religion heads. All right, we can stop this. 2 from council members, so I will add myself a governor. We'll add myself a governor, actually. There we go. So we're back to being even. Look at that. No rebels, after all. Huzzah. Yeah, I love it. But I guarantee you this will be a faction that is going to be very love or hate. There is a particular player type who is not going to like anything about the supremacy stuff. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And that's okay. Not everybody needs to like everything, but I think this faction's phenomenal. I really enjoy it. And just for the sake of it, if you get pleased with a family, you can tell the supremacy, and that family tries to take over, you can tell the supremacy people to leave you alone, right? So there's that. But you take an opinion hit, so you can't do that indefinitely. It's like 40 or 60 opinion with the family. So they'll keep coming back asking for more, and you can kind of tell them to buzz off for a little bit. And then once you're no, I think that's friendly. It's either friendly or pleased. I don't remember. And then once if they come asking for you and you don't have the opinion threshold, then you either need to accept the supremacy swap or you can say no. And if you say no, then 3 rebels will spawn in the capital. And I don't know if this is a scaling thing where more rebels come the more you say no. I think so, but they also might have changed that, or maybe they never. Maybe that was just an idea I had, and they never implemented it. But yeah, you get rebels in the capital if not the capital, the seat of the family that's asking for supremacy will spawn rebels in it. Oh, I'll take steadfast on this warrior that I just built. control 7 cities is theoretically possible. Why is this raiding skirmisher backing up? What's with the intelligent behavior from that skirmisher? Alright, so... Can I kill you? I want to be able to kill you. I'm going to move this guy forward with my commander, but then I'm actually going to take my commander off and put him on this nice beefy guy. I'm going to put... Oh, we can't do that. I'm going to promote this. I'm actually going to wait on promoting. Build a fort right there. And put Warden on this guy, I guess, right? That seems like a good grab for the moment. Add General. Nope. Promote Warden. And I'll do another Slinger. Yeah, I'll do another Slinger. Great. And this guy's ready to come down as well. Boldus and I are still similar. I can do another 3-turn Slinger. I'll do that as well. Building all these Slingers, and I don't have any damn orders to make it happen. To get them where they need to go. This is fun. Oh boy, he's going to be at 7 cities shortly. I thought I was on 6, but apparently not. Nice. On the bright side, my my commander's going to mess these people up if he moves in. Can he see me? Oh, he can't. I'm just barely out of the way. That's nice. Yeah, so if he comes in on me, I may be able to kill a spear. And I think I make that trade. Oh, the religion had swapped. Yeah. Oh, wow. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that entrenches landowners firmly in control. That's wonderful. And it doesn't happen every turn, by the way. If you're in Supremacy and you say no, the rebels will spawn. They're not going to ask you again the next turn. I think it's every 3 to 5 turns or something like that. They'll keep asking you. Or if... yeah, I'm not 100% sure how that part of it works, where they repeatedly ask you. They do repeatedly ask you, but I don't know how far apart. He sees me up in the north, yeah. He can see all this, so he probably thinks I'm trying to clear this, and I'm not. I'm just trying to keep these assholes away from me. 2 turns when this will spread to the ironworking, and then I'll put a mine here, and then I'll put a miner in there, and we'll get, you know, some more quarries. So this will be a nice little progression around this mountain. But look at this. This is how what's awesome about the landowners is, like, I have 17 training in this city. And I just have a barracks and a miner. Oh, I guess I have the warlike leader as well. Well, that's actually from... We're developed now because we have the Sangam. We did the Sangam. So I'm benefiting extra from warlike everywhere because of choosing to run that early Sangam. So there's all sorts of fun little neat tricks you can do. We're coming with mass spears. Looks like it's going to be another game where I try to get to axemen and mess my opponent up with a bunch of axes. Although maybe I should have gotten a free ballista. I don't know. The fact that he's been erudite this entire time is really, really shitty. Alright, we'll start repairing this now then. Heckler's good. Oh man, another Horsebane. He's not at 4 laws yet, but I'm still going to need Horsebane for when he's at 4 laws. I have another Highlander promotion. Oh, beautiful. Axe time. Steel. 6-turn axes. Absolutely. Everybody... Why am I building slingers? I need to build warriors now. Oh, well. Whatever. It's nice to have ranged attacks. So I need to be conservative here because I don't want to die. I need to be conservative. I do not want to lose any warriors before my axes show up. Can I adopt serfdom yet? Jesus Christ, I cannot. That's terrible. More science, which is good. All right, we'll see what he does. He's probably going to try and kill that worker, but I'm okay with that. Some of you may die, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. He's stronger again. I should have gone phalanx. Yeah, maybe. But I'm happy to be seeing steel right now. Pretty happy to be seeing steel. This looks like a champion location. Looks like he went... Oh no, this is a cleric location. Right? Or riders. That triangles? No, plus signs. Okay, so it's clerics. Some of you may die. Come on. I need to repair this. This guy's just sitting here. Maybe harvest some happiness, but I don't have the orders. And then after the steel will come my javelins. Ooh, damn it. See, I need to do everything. I need my civics for serfdom, but I really want 3 science per turn. Ugh, man. It's annoying. That is annoying. Is my sound on, by the way? Yes. Hopefully it's low. Yesterday it was pretty loud. Or Friday it was pretty loud. So hopefully it's low enough where it's not annoying. Yeah, so I think in the future with these guys, if you're going up against the Uazi as Tamalakam, you probably want to open either landowners right away or artisans for the defense. What I think is interesting is actually, I think when you're up against the Tamil, you can kind of, once you get a sense of what their capital is, which you'll get once you meet them, you'll know what supremacy they have. So if you see a trader's capital, you know that that player is kind of being a little greed-oriented, right? Or, you know, if you see an artisan's capital, then rushing them might be trickier than you think. So, which I think is just really, really neat. The differences there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, shit! Misclick! God damn it. Alright, well, whatever. That's annoying. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Move you down. Move you down. Build my warriors. Get ready for axe upgrades. Sound is great. All right, cool. Thanks for the feedback. For those of you who don't know, I talk about it probably once per stream just to make people aware. Not to belabor the point, but just to give people an awareness. I am very hard of hearing. I do not hear well. I am completely deaf in one ear and like 60-70% deaf in the other ear. So that means sound quality is very, very difficult for me to assess. I have no metric for understanding what is too loud, what is not loud enough, things like that. And so, yeah, definitely for the people who tune in live, certainly appreciate any feedback, criticisms, or tips for the sound quality stuff. And then, of course, if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, please leave a comment anytime you have a concern about sound stuff, and I'll try to address it. But I'm completely useless in that department because I don't hear anything right now. I don't even have headphones on or sound on. I just play everything completely muted because there's no point. But the soundtrack of the game is lovely. The event singers give me a migraine, unfortunately. Most of them. So that's another reason why I mute the game, because the event stuff. And I still have that muted, just because even when I'm a spectator myself, I just don't like to listen to them, so I turn those off. There's music, but I don't think there's sound effects. Well, actually, maybe I can turn those on. Maybe you guys won't care. Environmental sounds. Oh, no, just turn that on, I guess. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. So you're just gonna stand here with an army outside my borders? I love it. But that's okay, because none of these guys are tacticians at the moment. So in a few turns, I'm going to wallop him with a bunch of axes, I guess. I'd like to build another garrison at some point. I have a law, so I can also build my... That's what I know. I'm not building my garrisons at all. I need to build my garrisons. So we'll have a garrison round coming up. And I'm no longer a builder, so I can't rush those out, which is unfortunate. Okay, he took a whack. That's fine. Schemer Grand Vizier. Do I want a Schemer Grand Vizier? Sure, but I'm building warriors first. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter here. Or here. Yeah. Do a Schemer Grand Vizier. Maybe our science will jump up a bit. Oh, nice. 7 points. Love that. Great. That's actually pretty solid. Garrison. I want to get myself a... Do I need to clean... Oh, wait. Can I build the Monumental Buddhist? No, I don't have the civics. Son of a bitch. Oh, I can build the pyramids. Which actually would help me out in terms of civics. For adopting laws. So... yes? I'll have to delete some of the goats. But I don't think I care about that. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Build the pyramids. Why not? Okay. Oh, nice. That Grand Vizier actually shaved a turn off of my older shopkeeper, too. So not too bad. Not too bad. We'll get Highlander on this guy. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. Okay. Man, my order economy sucks. I don't have enough workers. How many workers do I have? I built 9, but I don't have 9, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually have plenty of workers. They're just not in the right location. They're all out here. So maybe I rode back this way and send some down here. I do not have an heir yet. I am married to a schemer, which is nice. I have Heckler, which is nice. I have Inspiring and Warlike, which is nice. 10% defense on all my infantry units, which is solid as well. Because I'm a commander. And a decent flank ability, once I can get around to flanking somebody. I wonder if he has a scout right here, because he shouldn't be able to see what I've got. But he doesn't seem content to march in on me just yet. Oh man, I can't wait to upgrade a bunch of axes. Oh, he's backing off. He's just gonna harass. All right. Maybe I can bait him. Give him a little bait. Oh, you're a tactician and you don't like me. That's annoying. Prison conscripts. Oh, yeah. That's fun. With the prison conscript, I'm pretty sure I can kill this step rider, which will be lovely. Here we go. Do. Boop. Get some XP on my ruler. Why not? Well, I'll take that. And I will... put the barracks right here. Purchase that. Build a farm here. And heal you up. Forgot I wasn't a builder anymore. I don't think I started this when I was a builder. So, whoops. Alright, so the harass stops here. Of course, he can come and kill this militia. If he chooses to, is the question. Got 7 cities. He's erudite. This is just awful. He's just been erudite this entire time. 43 science on turn 46 is terrible, but it's not the worst. My general bare bones minimum is to match the science to the level, to the turn that you're on. Anything lower is a bad time. So, I mean, I'm right around that threshold. 43 on 46 is about as bad as you... How to phrase this? It's about as bad as I think your science can be while still being in the game in a salvageable sense. You know, 40 science on turn 40, 50 science on turn 50. Like, we know that players like Ninja and other players and, you know, Schemer Stars and all that stuff, we know that players can balloon to something like 100 or 200 science in 50 turns. So obviously you want to hit benchmarks like that, like that if you can. So I'm not saying 50 science or 40 science at this stage is, you know, amazing. But matching your science rate to whatever turn you're on should be considered the bare minimum. Otherwise, you're just completely screwed. And which isn't to say I'm not completely screwed anyway, because again, he's been erudite for like the last 47 turns, and science generates more science. So, you know, catching up becomes harder and harder and harder. So there's always that. We'll get this miner up. We have this now. I want to get another. I'm honestly going to move this guy over here and just get started on a garrison next turn. Just because I need to. I can't wait for workers. I can't wait for the correct worker. I kind of want to... no, I'm not going to do that. Need more mines as well. Mines all up around this thing would be nice, actually. Curious about his family opinion. Oh, he's sad. He has some sad people. Oh, he has happy riders, though. Very happy riders. So we have sad clerics, neutral champions, and happy riders. I wish there was a UI way to read all that stuff. Like, there's so much silly, stupid stuff that's tucked away in tooltips. And it's an annoying skill gap thing where players who don't know where to look don't have as much information as players who do. So I really kind of wish that I could just, like, look up here. And not even on this tooltip. I wish there was, like, a way, like, icon-wise. Like, maybe I see the 3 family icons, you know? And maybe one's red, and one's yellow, and one's green. You know, maybe they do the opinion thing. Because I can see that information anyway through the tooltips. So it's public, right? And then even things like this, too, laws, right? Like, it's all right here, but it would be cool to just have like maybe like this icon, this law icon right up here, and then a number next to it. He's got 1 law. Just at a glance, quick look stuff, because there's so many silly things that it's like, I don't know. I wish there was just, or like, yeah, I just wish there was like a tab where all of the information about your opponent would be available on 1 click. Because again, it's right here on the tooltip, sure. Similar, a power and knowledge would be another one. But imagine if there was like a strength icon right here. And like, you know, this thing, the beaker icon. And then it just it was a different color in relation to how strong or not strong they were from you. Just something where I can literally just look at their thing and know where they are without having to look at different tooltips. A little rant on that for you. But, yeah, would be ideal. Alright. Ooh, this is a bummer. Losing border boost right now is a bummer. But I want my javelin elephants. I want my javelin elephants. Build an axe. Alright, so we can't see now. Which is nice. I'm actually going to back this guy off. And upgrade him to an axe. I'm going to sell... I want at least one more axe, right? Yuck. Need way more food. Alright, so we got some axes. And, build a mine. Oh, shit. Am I not going to be able to repair that thing? Am I really letting this thing die? I am. That's another thing I'm going to blame on the icon, though. Look at that. Not really the icon's fault, though. So I guess we'll waste my orders and come all the way back with this worker that I just sent up here to build a garrison. How's that for efficiency? How's that for efficiency? Alright, at the very least, we're going to get serfdom next turn, which is fantastic. We're having a rough game, guys. We are having a rough game. Love this script, though. Really cool. I want more Tundra scripts. The Hardwood Forest script is really, really cool. If you haven't played a Duel on the Hardwood Forest, it can be mirror mapped. It can also be point symmetry if you want to do that, but either way, I've done both. It's a good script. Really, really cool. And I want them to add Tundra style stuff to the new Dota map, the Duel of the Ancients one, because they don't have. I would like to see stuff like this, like hills, dense forest, a little bit of mountains. Because the current mountain script for that one is just a big block. Like, you literally cannot walk from one side, from one lane to the other, which is fine. But with desert and jungle, you can. And obviously with coast, you could use a boat. So I'd like to see a little bit more variety there. Or maybe they should just do a different script entirely. I want them to do more creative scripts like the Dota script, where they mess with the layout of the cities. All right, so we'll get serfdom. I might even get vassalage instead of centralization, to be honest. That's 20 food. I need more civics. The ziggurat finishes next turn, which is civics, which is nice. Oh. I might actually wait for the pyramids to finish. What would that cost me? 35 orders? 35 orders for 200 civics. I don't know. That's probably not worth it. What do you guys think? You think he's down here clearing? You think he came around this mountain pass and he's clearing? He's backing up, though, which is nice. He absolutely has a scout somewhere. He can see my axes. Alright. On the Mason, which is nice. Extra order, nice. Korkai, 10% science. I'll take that. Adopt Judaism. No. Alright. Oh, this sucks. I really don't want to clear this. That's this city. So he has 7. I could have 6. This would be my 7th to do 7 on 7. But I'm in like no position to do this yet. I don't want to adopt Judaism because the Jews don't like me. And I have no build queue time to build an extra disciple. I have Christians and Brahmins to go through first, so it's going to be a while before I make any use of Judaism. So, I don't need to. Also, I need my civics. It's 400 civics to adopt Judaism. So, that's kind of a non-starter at this point. I feel like taking the city is not worth it. I feel like I should have just attacked. And I could have just taken out a free... and I think I should build... Do I have administration yet? No, I don't. Oof! I think I'm just going to attack. My elephant's coming online soon. Pretty forested terrain up here, so any of his guys won't be doing that much damage. Get some attacks, because this isn't going to be one of the... I mean, maybe we'll pause it, but I'll probably just surrender in a couple of hours if... I'm not going to do the whole... 60 turn stalemate thing. And mostly because I'm just probably going to want to start new games tomorrow when the DLC is actually out. This is just for fun. This is just to show the game, to give Boldus a taste, to chat with you guys. And, if he wins, he wins. Like I said, I beat Ninja the other day, so as far as my... as far as victory is concerned, I think I'm satisfied for a good little bit. Don't need to get too crazy. Nice. I think commanders are a little underrated. I really like the passive training gain. Nice. Back to my turn. He's a scholar now. Schemer into scholar. I am now the architect. I can get more training, which it will take. Oh, what on earth? And I got rebels, which is fantastic. So, I'll let him think that I'm in trouble. Need 5 more damage. That's annoying. I need 5 more damage and I can't do it with enough stuff. That's super annoying. Maybe this will bait him. I would love if this baited him. Alright, well, that's a whole useless turn of doing nothing. Oh, apparently the Grand Vizier thinks I should build a Christian disciple for some reason. No, he's going away. Okay. Okay. I think, yeah, what I'll do is I'll get my javelin elephants. Is he at 4 laws yet? He's not, which surprises me. I'll get my javelin elephants. What's next in terms of a law? Oh, man. I'm behind on sovereignty. Yeah, okay, so that. Or I could just go right to monasticism. That's 400. That's also 400. So rhetoric into sovereignty is 400 science. Monasticism is also 400 science. So maybe I get monasticism and get myself a fun free camel. I don't know. Tribal reign for the Danes. Stressed. Fantastic. Need another 5 damage. Doop. 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 There we go. Great. Alright, so that's that. I want to bring these guys up. These guys up. What else is happening? Need more resources. I need more food. This lush. Okay, build a farm here. No, don't build a trapper. Damn it! I mean, I guess I need more food, but I also wanted you to build the miner instead. Shit. Oh, well. Alright, 4 turns on that. More orders. I'm like, no. Yes, more orders. Thank God. There's a worker too? Cool. I'll build a barracks here. Great. Alright, just a reminder, we are doing the Old World Discord giveaway. If you're not signed up, hop on Discord, send me a message. Look for the giveaway. I'm not checking anything about it right now. But it's in the community events, Old World Empire of the Indus Discord giveaway. And if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube and it's still... Well, I mean, I'm not going to do this at the absolute end of the day. What am I... I'll probably do the draft 8 hours from now. So whatever time stamp this video is, you know, add the time played to that video plus this statement if you're watching after the fact. I guess, you know, you can tell I'm very efficient at online giveaways. I've never done anything like this. Again, I'm not associated with Hooded Horse, not associated with Mohawk Games. This is not official. This is just some guy on the internet who wants to spread the love about the game that we all love. But yeah, it's gonna be a random draft, and I'll try and either get you the game directly or refund you the cost if we run into some Steam gifting issues, which seems like might be the case. So we'll figure something out. But there's that. And obviously, if you're not on the Discord anyway, join the Discord. That's where lots of conversation happens. It's the place to be. Discord and Reddit are the most active places to be about Class Koala is so funny. I love reading his suggestions. They always amuse the shit out of me. Not that they're bad ideas, but sometimes I just think they're over the top. How does one find Steam's username? You know, for someone running a giveaway on Steam, I should probably know the answer to that question, you'd think. But I don't think I do. But it's fine. I'll figure it out. Mostly I need your Steam name if I'm actually going to gift it to you on Steam. So, if... I don't want this guy to become disappointed, do I? Oh, I also don't want to die. That event can kill me. Yeah, well... I know who you are, Maniac, so I can just include you in the draft. Like, if you can't find your Steam name immediately, just message me that you want to be participated in the draft, because that's the other issue. We have like 60 or some odd people voting in the poll, but not everybody wants to be in the draft, which is totally fine. So I just need to know who to include, and then I'll figure it out how to get the DLC to you once you win. If you win, rather. Alright, well, I'm going to wait for the pyramids until I dot my next law so I can finally add a new governor. And I can get some more mines rolling along to deal with this situation I've got going with my axe spam, apparently. And I still need more farms, so I'm just going to send this guy this way. And I'm going to send this guy here. And I'm actually going to start connecting this as well. What else do we got? I will build another... I do need... See, this is the other thing I like about the landowner supremacy, right? I need this food anyway, right? So why not? I'll just grab it. But it's also going to increase my training output still. And this is a... I still only have one barracks in this city, and it's a 20 training per city, so that's like relatively decent for just having one barracks and no tyranny. You know, so I don't hate it. All right, he's can. Oh, I forgot you could build roads on Tundra. I completely forgot about that. That's cool. But yeah, if you don't know your Steam name, that's fine. Just message me on Discord, and we'll worry about it if you win the draft, if you win the thing. I'm going to put everybody's name in one of those, in like a random thing on the internet. There, you can just Google them and they'll do like random, you put a bunch of, I'm just going to use everybody's Discord name, and whoever wins, I'll just message them to, and of course I'll announce it. I'm not going to be like, hey, 3 people won, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. No, I'm going to announce who won so everybody knows that there was, in fact, a winner. It was very interesting. I had a very interesting and semi-tense conversation with someone about their concern around like trust and legitimacy of like the giveaway, and I respect the concern, but also at the same time I kind of was just thinking like, dude, it's not that serious. I just want to buy a couple people the game. But and I had thought about doing the whole, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel thing, but as much as I would love to be as cool as Purple Bull Moose and have 2,000 subs, I don't care enough to self-promote. And I would rather people be on Discord, and I would rather people be giving Mohawk attention. I don't really care. Like, I do this almost because I want Mohawk to get attention. Yeah, I mean, exactly. That was my thing. I can set my own rules. And I even said that in the thing. I'm like, because I didn't know how it was going to go. But I don't know if someone's going to attempt to be a real jerk and be like, I participated in this thing. I don't know. I don't know if you can sue someone over this, but 2 wonders and 1 strong. I kind of could do that. Yeah, so I just was trying to play it safe in terms of, I don't know, not making too many people grumpy. Alright, we'll take the training. What happened? An earthquake? Just in time! Just in time for my stompies! Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay, well, time to heal up. Heal up and move down. Oh, we have another Highlander on the stomps. Fantastic. Both stomps are healed. Well, oh man. Sometimes people wonder why I build more than one road in a location or I do weird things. I'm going to demonstrate right now. They're what I call junctions. I can't move this guy the max movement. I can move him here, but then the total movement boost for a road depends on if you start on the road as well, right? So I call what I do is I call them junctions. I'll create a road, like I'll create a patch of road where I know my units are going to stop along the way. That way they don't bump into each other constantly. Because even this guy, like this guy can't go here, this guy can't go here, and he can't go here. So that's just annoying. And I need to heal him, so I need him to stop somewhere. Extra annoying. Just in time. But the good news is, since I got an earthquake, the next disaster is going to go to Boldus. Oh, and he's weaker now. Fantastic. If there's no material financial, yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking, because it's like, no, I'm not asking anybody to do anything other than say that they want me to give them a free game. So I mean, if ultimately, like, even, and ideally this doesn't happen, but if ultimately, like, it turns out I can't get somebody in like Russia a copy of the game, I mean, I'm just gonna have to say sorry, my bad, dude. Again, I'm gonna try my best to make sure whomever wins the draft gets it, but I've never done anything like this before, and time was a ticking, so I'll admit I didn't do the most amount of research. Like I said, I just realized now somebody had to inform me that I'm gonna have that I'll probably hit a hiccup of the currency issue on Steam. I thought you could just give anybody a game on Steam. I didn't realize it was currency locked. Um, so if like the game's too cheap or expensive in your region, then I probably will not be able to buy it for you directly on Steam. However, my workaround for that is I'm either going to just like Venmo you. I'll use like a payment app to give you the money directly and or refund it. Um, or I'll use one of those websites where you can just buy a Steam key, and I'll do it that way. But yeah, so I mean, whatever. I understand. I understand the concern. I think a friend code will work. If you can find your friend code, that will work too, because if you win, again, I don't need to know your actual name. I just need to end up being friends with you if I'm using the Discord, if I'm using the Steam gift thing to send you the code. So a little bit more complex than I would have liked, but we'll figure it out. Also, there's 18 of you in chat watching live, so I'm really grateful you're all here, and I hope you're enjoying the game. It's a little bit slower paced than Fridays, but I mean, we're about to start cooking. He's weaker than me, so this is a moment for me where this is like a make or break moment. He's weaker in Erudite. So from my perspective, I'm just going to run right at him. He has a bunch of spears. I have axes. I have two stompies. He doesn't have his fourth law yet. He only has one developing city in his capital. So, you know, whatever. He has an orders advantage, I know that. He has a science advantage, I know that. So I'm either going to lose this long term, because I'm just playing like crap. Oh, and I have a rebel, just in time. Fantastic. Speaking of rushing right in. And I just repaired this Odeon, and the earthquake took it out. You kidding me? That's incredible. I'm gonna build another worker. That's truly incredible. And oh, okay. I kind of need to wait for this guy to pass, which is annoying. Maybe I don't. There's a good amount of woods here. Good amount of woods there. Maybe I do ranger for this guy. Yeah, the snowy mountains are really cool. I really like to see this stuff. The if you play multiplayer at all, the hardwood forest map turns out to be a pretty fun script to play on as well, and that's now mirrored. It wasn't originally mirrored back in the day, but that is now mirrored. Has a mirror option as well if you care about the symmetry between the two players. I actually don't mind playing duels without mirror map. To be totally honest, I've played a handful of games where me and the other player both prefer to not have a mirrored setup, and it's a lot of fun in terms of exploration. I am gonna pause. I'm not gonna pause the stream, but I'm gonna get up for a second, stretch my legs, go get myself a glass of water. So forgive me the silence for a few minutes, but I'm gonna leave everything right here to see how Boldus reacts to the presence of my very, very brave militia. We're just kind of sent into the midst of nowhere for no reason. He's backing right up. He wants nothing to do with this. That's fun. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. What's going on here? The Eyes of Fate. The Gauls have been contacted. That's funny. I'm now the Keystone. Oh, nice. My pyramid is finished. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm actually going to take vassalage. That's a plus 30% increase. So probably not 30%. All right, so Boldus is an appropriately cautious player. Now this guy's in my way. which is a little annoying. Well, let's go exploring. I don't really care about that guy, so just see what's up. Alright. More rebels, which is fantastic. Alright, so I guess I'm just going to have to deal with... this. With my guy, which is deeply upsetting. I love how I started with 4 pasture resources. It's turn 55 and I still do not have husbandry. I'm so bad at this game. Dude, everybody is in my way. I don't have enough orders to do anything. Eyes of Fate. What's going on? Actually, I need that legitimacy, so let's go. It's going to start raiding me now, too, though. I maintain 8 governors. Kill 15 military units. I wish I saw that first, but yes, I actually can kill 15 military units, I think. I'm going to lose 5 legitimacy now, though. Oh, well. Yeah, I think all the new maps are cool. And there's a couple... I'm going to see if we can showcase one of the pre-made maps later today. I'm playing another duel. In fact, what time is it? I have an hour. Okay. Look at this, though. Look at this slinger. And how far this slinger can get. All right, look how far this guy can get. Grab this guy if I'm all the way back. Look at how far he can get. He doesn't care about terrain. These guys are awesome. Also, we get a really good shot of them now that he's facing this way. Look at them. Magnificent. Magnificent. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. The only problem is that these spears are going to ruin my day. 3 spears can kill an elephant. So... I need to, I don't know, I need to figure that out. He's still weaker than me, though. And I have axes. I really... Shit, I need to... I don't have the orders to actually attack him. You're kidding me. Alright. Can I No generals. That's the only thing that sucks about these guys. Their general options are practically non-existent. Which is unfortunate. I'm just gonna go all in to, like, try and promote everybody that's around here. Get some axes. Get more axes. Because the other thing I don't want to fall into a trap is the idea that I'm stronger than him currently. But my units are kind of spread out. So. But I'm going to build another axe. Maybe I can just overwhelm him with axes. We'll see. I'll be curious if he tries to come kill this. He probably will not put himself in danger. He seems to be playing appropriately cautious. I'm just going to ignore this city, by the way. I'm going to charge right into Sanchi. And try to get into the main line. We're going to get some action going. Look at this. 11 damage. Oh! Dude, people who think... never mind. This is great. Look at this. I can do 11 damage to this spear. And don't forget, these guys cleave. So my axes and my elephants all cleave. So I'm going to... like this guy, I'll be able to take him out with a cleave, even though he's a zealot. There's a couple of zealots, actually, here. I do 7 damage to this guy. Great news. Great news. Great news. Oh, yeah. It's hurting time. It's hurting time. I need more axes in the region. I don't have enough axes in this region. As long as I don't put anything near this guy, he should migrate south pretty handily. And of course, these guys are raiding me. How lovely. My opinion's decent. How's his opinion? Fine on the champs. Ooh, furious. Furious on the clerics. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's huge. Guys, we have a furious cleric family. That's rebel time. It's stomping time, maniac. Absolutely right. It is stomping time. That's why I'm doing 11 damage to this guy. That's amazing. I still do 7. Look, this is the javelin elephant. I do have ranger, mind you, but in this forest, I still do 7 damage to a spear. Who's not angry. That's showing me the worker for some reason. I don't know why that's showing me the worker. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's stomping time, guys. Let's do this. 25 orders per turn. Not the best, but we'll make it work. He's got some spears here. If I can get some axes in this region to kind of stop him from getting to where I don't want him to be. Ooh, Heckler might be good as well. I'm going to go up for composite bow next. Going to take my time because I have plenty of slingers. So we'll... Ooh, I want to keep building roads, but I'm actually just going to build the garrison because I really need the orders. I did want to keep building roads through this. This is a 12 damage. 7 damage is 18. 7 damage either way. Look at this. I love these guys. Look at all this shitty terrain. And this guy from all the way back here can make it. So I think I can. Oh, I don't have enough. I mean, I can force march. Right? How do I want to figure this out? I know I can kill a spear right now. He's still weaker, which is delightful. Oh, that's so delightful. It's imperative that I do not lose a spear. That's the main issue here. Ah, fuck, do I wait one more turn? One more turn shouldn't hurt, right? Right? I know I can kill somebody. Yeah, let's wait one more turn. The only reason why I'm going to do that is because I want to get my... I want to get everybody in this back line up as far as they can go. This axe as well. Any axes or warriors around that I can upgrade into an... Ooh, okay, take another Highlander. I am lucking with these Highlander promotions, guys. I'm going to sell the stone. Don't need it. Upgrade to an axe. And then pay attention to what's happening over here. Perfect. Great. Also, I spend so much time giving people shit for not making peace with the tribals, and I haven't made peace with the tribals. So let me try and do that at some point as well. Try and truce these guys out. Alright, stomping time. 44 years old. I don't have an heir, and I do not know why. I guess we must be barren. What fun stuff can I do supremacy-wise? Anything? Oh, he's backing up. Still weaker, which is nice. He's backing all his spears up. Still weaker. Doesn't have... Oh, he has 4 laws now. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Is he strong yet? No, he's not strong. So we will have to build. But his... we will get to see what I think is the coolest looking unique unit in the game. But I'll have to be mindful of not letting him rout me. We'll get a taste of the coolest looking unique unit in the game, in my opinion. By far. Not really liking... Man, I wish I went, because it would have been harder for him to reposition, and I would have killed a spear, but oh well. I always have a problem of starting fights too soon, and then I don't have any units nearby to actually do any damage, so I'd rather just have the units that I need. I love that he's furious, though. Oh, and even his... Oh, he's having... There is political trouble in the Kushan Empire, everybody. There's political strife amongst the Kushana. Ooh. We have... What do we have? I'll go righteous. Slow down that discontent. Back you up, heal. Okay. I won't aggro, great. Okay, so... Build a road. Hello, spears. Make that cost a little bit of extra effort for him to kill him, because that will probably die pretty easily, if we're being honest. Promote with Besieger, and we're just going to creep towards them. Promote with Highlander, and laugh hysterically if we're setting ourselves up for a rout. But I mean, give the people what they want, right? And then pull from the back. I always like to try and pull from the back. I'm creeping towards somebody. Okay. This will make a show his hand if he does have that route. He's still weaker, though. I feel like if he had his unique units anywhere, he wouldn't be weaker by now. So I think I'm safe away from routing. But he is playing cautious enough, which is nice. I feel like if this were a ninja, Ninja would already be attacking me. Which is totally fine. And what's nice is that out here, a lot of this terrain aggressing toward him in front of the city is not forested. So that's really nice. I now do 5 damage to that forest. 11 damage with my axe ruler, which is cool. I think I actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to road, and build a fort right here. Maybe build a fort right here, actually. Just flat. Yeah, I'll build a fort right here. Supremacy is solid. Leader, religion head, council member, 2 generals, and a governor. Everyone else is at 3, so no risk of upheaval anytime soon. Opinion is pretty solid as well. Pleased. But these guys don't like me. What can I do to make them... Oh, he's the Vizier. He's about to die. So hopefully that'll bode well for me. I need to repair these locations, though, which is unfortunate. Is my Vizier just spamming units? Of course he is. Just classic. Oh, wait. I want my 4th law. Fuck it. I'll take archers. Whatever. Archers are fine. Once I get out into this open territory, archers will be really useful. Although, if he has 4 laws, it might actually be time to get some spears. I'm gonna swap. I can't decide. I've only put 1 turn into compo. Yeah, no. We'll do compo. I want the ballista, I guess. No. We'll do phalanx. Never mind. It's cheaper and it will get me to my 4th law quicker. We'll do phalanx into rhetoric, which will give me 4th law, which will get me to sovereignty for 5 and civic boost and machinery for stuff. How are we doing on time? All right, cool. I have an hour and a half. Oh, I'm excited. I don't care about my Vizier spamming units, though. I don't mind getting rid of the Vizier control. He's going to die soon anyway. If anything, I'd probably want to build a Wonder, but I can't afford it. Governors, I guess, could be useful. What do I have? Builder. Ooh. 2 builder, 2... Okay. I love this. I'm going to do 2 diplomatic governors. Most of my army is landowners. I'm going to get myself to pleased with the landowners. All right, good catch. Thanks. Who is this? Junction time. Not what you were thinking, but I'm glad I checked my governor situation out because this is actually going to come in handy for a conflict right now. I don't hate this. Don't hate this as an idea. Every little bit helps. In fact, I'm pretty sure character preferences are diplomats. Oh, no. Who has the diplomats? Oh, just the traders. Okay, cool. It's not a competitive match. I mean, it is a competitive match, but also it's like a friendly competitive match. I don't care. If this were, it's not the tournament, so whatever. Call stuff out if you want. It's not a big deal. I'm sure Boldus won't mind. And if he does, too bad. he's playing the DLC a day early. No, I'm just teasing. If you watch this after the fact, Boldus, I'm just messing with you. All right. This is actually a pretty beefy slinger. We have Warden and Highlander on a tile with a Zealot. I kind of like that. There's a camel. Nope, that's not a camel. Oh, we're building a fort. That's fun. Okay. So, stomping time. Doop. I don't want to mess this up. I need to get these guys closer because these guys are going to be kind of heavy hitters for me. He's still weaker. This guy's attacking some stuff. Hill. Put this guy on a hill. And I'll actually promote him to guard so he becomes harder to kill. It's always fun to make use of that every now and then. Get closer, but don't bunch up too much. Get closer, but don't bunch up too much. Bring you in. Bring you in. I think I'm not really obeying the don't bunch up too much rule, but here we are. Stomp, 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 stomp. I love these things. We'll do tough. No, we'll move you forward and then we'll do tough. Okay. And, oh, we're already... I didn't even need the governor. We're already friendly. Okay. I didn't add... Did I? Oh, I did add the governors. Never mind. I'm an idiot. See? When I'm streaming, I don't even know what I did 3 seconds ago. All right, Boldus. Coming for Sanchi, brother. All right, we have developing culture here. Let's see if I can figure out if that has any horses. It does not have horses, thankfully. Oh, wait, yes, it does because it's UAZ. All UAZ cities have horses. Damn it! The UAZ get a horse in every single city, and he does have 4 laws, so that's the second location that can build him. Oh, and we have another one here. Great, fantastic. Okay, so we need to be mindful of routes. No, I don't normally get axes. This is a direct... Both, the question in chat is, he notices that I have axe-heavy strategy in both of these games, these pre-release matches that I played. And no, there is a direct response. All 3 of the unique nations coming out in the DLC, their unique unit is mounted. So I will not be surprised if each opponent I face... Because I'm playing a game as the UAZ next. I would not be surprised if we encounter spears again. There's been a direct response to the fact that my opponent went spear heavy in both games. I normally don't beeline straight to axes. I tend to ignore them for as long as humanly possible, to be totally honest. I don't like axes. But I mean, in fairness, they're very effective. They are quite effective. We're going to discover my favorite thing about this unit in a second. Is this a hill? Yes, it is. I love it. This is why I think this unit is going to be absolutely incredible. And a chore to deal with. I don't know if I... Do I want to charge directly ahead? I think I do. Yeah, I think that's fine. This is going to be so much fun. Until I get slapped with a massive rout from my opponent. But, I mean, again, for the love of the content, if it happens, it happens. If Boldus pulls it off, kudos to him. Okay, another rebel. Fantastic. Grossed. Dude, will you die already? He's severely ill. Alright, we're getting there. Honestly, this is so ridiculous. I do not even care enough to repair this. We're fighting this battle, and we either win the game or we don't. Yeah, we either force a surrender or we don't. So we're just going to focus on this. Again, this is for entertainment. It's not as competitive as you might think. All right, so here we go. I'm going to drive in here with this Highlander and Ranger promoted elephant. And we're going to do full damage to this spear. Because we don't care. Right? We don't care. But then what we're going to do... And this is a commander, by the way. Oh, we do... He has a router. He has a router. That's going to bring him over here. Which is going to make us go... bonk. Bonk. Alright, isn't that fun? And then what I get to do is I get to put the axes in between my I get to put the axes in between my elephant and my opponent. Right? How's that for fun? So the panic protects me. Boop. Now, of course, he can probably come in and route, which is going to hurt. But, do you get it? Basically, the idea is, wish I could see. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. You can come up. Maybe I'm less okay with that, actually. But Ranger. There we go. That'll make it a little bit harder, I guess. Yeah, but so, like, the real big thing is you push it away with a range attack, so you take no counter. So, you can, like, a tactician's not going to deal with this. Be able to deal with this. How close am I to phalanx? Okay, yeah, we'll do a... Actually, no, I'm going to do a slinger. No, I'm going to do a... I need spears. I will do a 2-turn warrior. I have an axeman coming out. Great. Great. I have these guys coming up being annoying, which is annoying, but all right. So we're up 2 kills already. Boldus is weaker and only learned now. Okay. We're making progress. We might even be making progress long term. Maybe I will save this game. Okay. Yeah, but so basically the idea is, even if there's a tactician, because what's the most annoying thing to deal with when you have a mounted unit? It's the tactician spear, right? So the fact that this is a range unit, you can basically use panic against spears unobstructed. So you panic, you place a couple axes in front of the way, and now you're very, very protected, right? And I can just do that again next turn. I can just boonk, and then I can, like, I could move this guy up, panic him, and then move a different guy into a position to protect him. So, panic is such a strong ability. I think it's one of the things that make the Carthaginian unique unit so special on its own. Because panic, think of it this way. If you can manipulate the battlefield, that's a huge, huge advantage. And the reason why is because what your opponent is trying to do on their turn, and, you know, I do this myself, right? We're always trying to predict
what is your opponent capable of doing? You know, what unit can move where? How much damage can it do? What kills can you take or not take, right? So if you have a unit that can all of a sudden push something out of the way and mess up your zone of control block, well, that's a huge, huge deal. So these guys are awesome. And the other thing that's cool about these guys is their movement range, because they're harder to predict. Elephants are slow. You know, they're not the fastest range unit. So I actually think, even though my opponent Boldus can, click on this unit and look at his range, right? As long as he's, he needs to do that every turn to confirm for sure the movement range of my elephants. Because otherwise, it's like he might plan. Oh, are we going to get a first route? He's going on this one. We have 2 chariots. I might need to back off. Wait till I have spears. 3 turns on spears. Wow, he has a lot of chariots. Seven on that. I need to get a flank if I can. Wow, am I going to get lucky here? Camel archers would be scary here, yeah. Am I going to get lucky here and get this axe out alive? Camels only scare horses, yes. But I thought you meant for him, yeah. If I had camel archers, this would be a sad day. He's still weaker. Fun. Boldus is now a tribal alliance with the Gauls. I imagine he used his ability there. His fun ability. I will go up and we'll bonk, which will put this guy out here for a bonk. Bonk. Bonk for the kill. Four. Not a lot, not too much. 10 damage. Can I do anything else? Can I get anything that will come kill you? More slingers. How much damage do I need? I'll do 10. I need 7. I don't think I have enough. This is 3. Oh, I do have enough. I think I do have enough. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. 5, 6. Unfortunate. Family opinion. Increase that. Oh, crap. I messed that up. Oh, wait. Nope. You can't ignore that zone of control. Oh, wait. Okay. Nope. I can't ignore that zone of control. Okay, hold on. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn it! I'm 1 short. One short. One short. Alright, well then just do the most damage I can. Oh, I got a crit! Holy shit! Woo! Holy shit! I can't believe I just got a crit. Boldus said, I have onager in 3 turns. It feels like I need to surrender, forfeit the city, and fall back. They then said it seems like a lackluster finale, and I feel so tempted to be like, well, you could always just surrender. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. How much damage can you do to me? 4. How much damage can you do? 3. Yeah, let's come up and panic you. Can I... I would need 5 orders to force march this. No, play it safe. You know what? Don't play it safe. Aggress. Kill. Dead. Oh! Is he surrendering? Are we doing it now? He's much weaker! Oh! Battle of Sanchi Pass! Sorry for screaming, guys. I just get so excited. No way. No way is he surrendering right now. He's got onages in 5 turns, but I mean, I got stompies. Oh, he surrendered! No way! I got him! Oh, I have to look at that science. I have to look at the science difference. Oh, he had almost 1,000 science on me. Holy shit, that's a good finale. Thanks a bunch. Oh, that's actually perfect timing, too, because, yeah, I have an hour till the next match. Wow! Stompy boys! Stompy boys. Okay, so that was really, really cool. That was really, really cool. And just goes to show, I mean, his main weakness here was actually had no range units, and I've been there before. I think that's going to be a thing with the UAZ. Of course, you can use your step riders, but I think you're going to think, oh, I have chariots right away, so you're going to go for those. Fine, that makes sense. Champion chariot or pusher makes sense. But then you're going to go for something like spears or axes, depending on your opponent, right? And then next thing you know, you're going to get an early turn 50 some odd battle, and you're going to have no range units except for your step riders. Yeah, let's see if I can get him in for the post-game talk. Because that'll be fun. Hop in, Hanging Gardens. Yeah, I'll get him in on a post-game chat. Let me get set up. The new unique unit cards are awesome. I think that's a huge, huge quality of life change for the game. I also like that it... what am I doing? I don't make my calculator. I need my thing where I can read what Boldus is saying. This is my first match against Boldus, so it was a lot of fun to kind of get a sense of how he plays. I like his aggressive style. I always enjoy the games with players who have aggressive styles. Why can't I find my captions? There we go. All right, turn on my captions. And let's see if I can get Boldus in here for post-game. Hello, Boldus.
Hello! What an absolutely great game. Entertaining. Very entertaining.
Very entertaining. I really liked... I wasn't expecting, although I guess it's no surprise if you're trying to stretch the legs of the new faction, I wasn't expecting you to come at me with that early raid of the 3 or 4 units and just start swiping out workers, but it was cool to see. It was cool to see. How did you feel about that?
I felt very good about that. At a moment there, I felt like, oh, I don't want this to end too soon because it's kind of a lackluster show match if it doesn't go on. But luckily that didn't happen. That wasn't the issue at all. And then I also wanted to go with the new test batch and try to get an early religion going with with Judaism. That didn't work out. That was the reason I think I lost this game. I had so many issues with. I have Zoroastrianism that randomly spawned as an event, get a world religion, and I took it, and I got it in my cleric city. Judaism spawned in my rider side, and for some reason, both my champions and my clerics instantly decided they would like to be following Zoroastrianism, and they hated my guts from the get-go.
Oh.
So I had so many rebels spawning in my land area. I was about to do a push, and I think I had a timing going. I think I could have made something happen before you got Axeman, but I had 5 rebels spawn like in one turn, which was unfortunate, and I didn't have the ability to. Maybe it was a lack of skill, or yeah, I couldn't deal with it. At least not in a fashionable manner, and my tech choices weren't really what I was looking for. So I didn't really have a good direction. So even though I was
So let me ask you about
science,
that. I'm curious.
Yeah.
What did you think about the start with UAZ having the military drill, the husbandry, and then kind of having like just the entire starting hand to look at of all 5 technologies?
I liked it, but obviously it's for this map. It was a good map because I have a lot of pastures in the very beginning. Without that, I don't know how I would feel about it, but it felt pretty good. I personally liked it, and I was surprised. I didn't know in the beginning, as I've never had that unit before, how well the initial unit was able to clear the map. I had so much map control, and
Yeah.
they could move fast and run in, kill a worker, move out. I felt like that was, yeah, they felt a lot better than I expected. I ended up going with the schemer because I thought I would need a lot of orders, and I did buy some orders in the beginning, but not a crazy amount.
Yeah, there's a good synergy there because it can be a little tricky trying to move your scout, and then you're basically forced to move both units if you actually want to clear it all. But yeah, like you said, they're really, really good at clearing. They clear very, very fast, and I like that though because it's like a distinct early game strength. But as I'm sure you probably noticed as you started to come harass me, and then I had only one military unit for a while. But then as other units started coming along line, I'm sure you noticed that the step riders fall off pretty quickly. Where if you try to actually go to war against another player.
Yeah, they do, but they can kill workers, which was fun.
Yes, that was fun. That was really cool to see. I consider myself lucky that I decided to even run a builder because I had the half price or the double speed workers. So it thankfully didn't hurt me as hard as it did. But I definitely think sending a skirmishing force across a smaller map like this and maybe trying to do some economic damage with the UAZ could potentially be a viable strategy because it's not really the end of the world if you lose a step rider if you've already cleared like your entire side of the map.
Yeah, that felt surprisingly good.
Yeah.
And I also tried the vassalized tribe in the end on the ghouls or Gauls.
Can I ask about that?
But that didn't really work out because I got zone locked by all the rebels, so I couldn't move them towards your base.
Yeah.
So I was unable to make anything happen of that. But to be fair, I had the option to go with Axemen instead of Spearmen, and I went with Spearmen because I thought you would bring out the Stumpy boys, and you did, but not in the numbers that defended my choice. But having a furious family is or having 2 furious families.
Yeah.
The leader of the Zoroastrianism religion had negative 400 with my leader.
Oh my god.
Which was tough to deal with, and for each of my families, one person was following that religion, and that just absolutely demolished my my game, which was sad.
Well, if it makes you
I
feel any better, if you check out my artisan seat on my side of the map, I have a rebel there. I have 2 buildings that are like 2 turns away from getting destroyed. That was I got a volcano, and then immediately when I finally got around to repairing the Odeon, I got an earthquake. And so like I had let that Odeon sit idle and unrepaired for something like 6 or 7 turns, and literally the turn after I repaired it, it got pillaged again from the earthquake. So basically, I haven't had that Odeon for 20 turns, and I did have a quick moment where I got a handful of rebels in my empire too, but it doesn't sound like I have had it quite as bad as yours. And that's part of what encouraged me to go in on you too. Was I noticed you were weaker, and I figured with you being erudite, I was like, you're weaker. You have spears. I have axes. Now's the opportunity to take advantage of. Like, I'm either going to lose the game long term to your erudite and situation, or maybe I can punch my way through right now. But then I hadn't even
absolutely.
noticed your opinion situation just yet. And when I noticed that you had a furious family, I immediately was just thinking, absolutely, it's time to go. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
win
yeah,
or
yeah.
lose, this is it.
You were absolutely right about that, but yeah, it was fun. I didn't really get how Hinduism worked in this game, like with normally getting a pagan religion, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to explore, like obviously some mistakes on my part being new to this setting and the map
Yeah,
and everything,
sure.
but it was a fun game and well deserved, and hopefully it showcased some of the features of this new faction.
I think it
So
did. I think it was really, really cool to see those step riders come over the mountain pass and disrupt me again. Whether that's going to evolve into like the meta play, whether it's the good move to not to do with them, I have no idea. But it was cool to see, and it also was indicative, like with my scouting, we did get to see how quickly you cleared the map. So, like, the fact that you're even able to come harass, it's not like it really upset your tempo all that much because you were already fully cleared by the time you came and harassed me. So, yeah, lots of fun.
I I I think my first 30 turns or so was excellent, like
Nice.
really well
Good.
played on my part. And then when I decided to get an extra religion in my cleric side, it fell apart. I wanted to experiment. That's also the first time with the new clerics family having
Mm.
monasteries going with extra religion. But it sadly spawned in my rider side, and then I got the extra religion, and then it just
Yeah.
at least the family decision fell apart. I was almost about to manage it by the very end, but then it didn't. I also had my leader. He was close to death a few
Mm.
times, and then he decided to come alive again. So I was holding off on doing missions because he was severely ill,
Hmm.
which maybe was also. But I don't know. All in all, it was a fun game. I hope you enjoyed it. I think you did. And
I did. It was a blast. It was a real treat. I was telling chat we never played before, so I appreciate you hopping on, and I'm glad you had fun. And yeah, we should play again sometime, definitely. And looking for. Are you gonna get the DLC tomorrow?
yeah, most certainly.
Cool. Awesome.
So
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining in, and thanks for playing. And yeah, it was a great show. It was nice to I got an opportunity to show off the panic and the ranged. One thing I like about these guys is that even though that you were a full like battalion of spears, I was able to avoid any counter damage, and I was able to push you out of the way, and then just put put an axe in front of me. So
yeah,
making use of panic
I
was
mean,
quite nice.
it's so rough attacking with 10 or 20%
Yeah.
minus
That
into,
also played a
because
huge role.
if I can't really get my chariots to do anything for me because I can't even kill one unit
Yeah.
with 3 or 4 units
Yeah.
attacking, and I need some range it, but I only have slingers and
And I
so
actually, most of my units are landowners because I use the landowner supremacy for a good chunk of this game, and
yes.
my landowners are currently friendly with me. So the difference in combat between the two sides is a 30% strength difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty brutal.
It's
That's pretty brutal.
it's pretty brutal, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Good luck in the next. I will most certainly be joining in the chat.
All
And
right.
yeah, cheers for having me. And everyone else, have a nice day.
All right. Thanks. Take care, buddy. And yeah, I'll close out the stream. So thanks again for joining, and we'll play again sometime.
Yeah. See you.
All right, everybody. I'm going to close the stream here, take a little break, get myself some lunch or whatever, and then we'll be back in about an hour, hour and a half, give or take, with another Empires of the Indus preview duel between myself and Discord community member Alifron. And I will be piloting the Uzi in that game. The Uazi, sorry, forgive me. The Uazi in that game. And yeah, so that'll complete my little 3-game streak of showcasing the 3 new factions. And I was lucky enough to get each player to agree to play a different faction as the opponent. So we're getting the full complete matchup of Maria versus Tamil, Tamil versus Uazi, and then Uazi versus Maria is up next. And so Alifron will be piloting the Marians while I take hold of the Uazi, who you just saw Boldus take control of. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching it after the fact on YouTube, please give us a like, subscribe, head on over to the Mohawk channel, give them a like, subscribe. It helps push the algorithm gods, who we all disdain, but we want eyes. Get it? Yuja? Oh, whatever. Yeah, it helped the algorithm get pushed and more eyes on this game that we love. So yeah, I'm going to take a break, and thanks for tuning in. This has been the Old World Empires of the Indus DLC multiplayer duel map on the Mountain Pass, the brand new Mountain Pass script. All right, take care. Hope you enjoyed.